Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
There's a lot of color, a lot of colors going on in here.
Yeah,
and I mean there's a purple, there's a blue, there's a green, there's a yellow.
Well, we are living in the 21st century. We all are of different colors, and we're all accepted in society legally.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky
I thought
Bobby.
that's what you meant.
I'm gonna try to, let's do this.
Andrew says 2 minutes late. It's time to riot. I saw earlier someone said pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
That's a little calmer. Yeah. That's 2 Ninja Turtle references in 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
Well, I was going to start this off with a little bit of bing bang. So there's some trouble brewing, it seems, or possibly there's rumors abound, I suppose, in the Fortress of Shititude of James Gunn. Have you guys heard about this?
Ding dong ding.
So I don't know. Now, some of it's been disproven, but here's the first article. This was a few weeks ago. Let me share this with you guys, okay, so you guys can see this. This was a few weeks ago, and I think it's already been disproven. But here we say, it says James Gunn out at DC with Warner Brothers sale exclusive. James Gunn says, what?
Where's this
he
come
says,
from? Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.com?
It's Cosmic Book News. So they said, with Superman reportedly bombing financially and with Peacemaker Season 2 flopping with fans, I reached out to my insiders about the state of the DCU under James Gunn. The short of it is that James Gunn will be out as the head of the DCU with the WBD sale. I'm told if David Ellison of Skydance Paramount buys WBD, that Mike DeLuca will be in charge of DC and to do a completely new start. Goes on to say, Gunn recently said he is doing whatever he wants with DC. That sounded odd to me, as if you were building a new universe, you would want it to be successful with the fans. That's not happening, as both Creature Commandos and Peacemaker failed to chart on Nielsen. That sucks. They don't have a big audience, and Gunn's claims that Peacemaker Season 2 was meant to be a sequel to his Superman movies was pure BS. Superman also failed to resonate with international fans. Its box office also came in under Zack Snyder's Man of Steel by a large margin. Gunn's approach to DCU has been all but divisive messaging. It's splitting the fan base. I'm of the opinion that Gunn is doing whatever he wants with DC because his days are numbered and he knows it. So he's getting himself, all his friends, and his wife big paychecks before the WBD sells. That means when a sale goes through, James Gunn is out. So I reached out to my Hollywood insiders.
My buddy Steve at Waffle House.
Yeah, they know what a thing or two about a thing or two. Here's what I'm told. Recently saw the big news that Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi resigned with Warner Brothers. In Deadline's report, they basically said it's because of the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Ellison is looking to purchase WBD, so WBD CEO David Zaslav is putting people in place that Ellison wants. That means Ellison wants DeLuca and Abdi in charge of Warner Brothers films. You'll notice that Gunn has pivoted from his plans, Gods and Monsters storyline into what he calls his Superman family saga. The Superman family is all Gunn. The Gods and Monsters storyline is likely ditched because Gunn knows he can only get a select amount of movies out before the sale. I've also been told the reason why DCU projects have been stalling is because of Gunn's interference. The filmmakers want their own vision and not Gunn's. I'm told that most visionary directors in Hollywood are staying away from not only DC, but Marvel and Star Wars because life is too short and everyone was looking for original properties. I'm told Zack Snyder is happy doing his original stuff. This was interesting, though, but it would only return to DC for one last movie, an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. I'm told if Warner Brothers gets sold, that whoever buys it wants to completely new start.
At the bottom. Sorry. It just tickled me. Oh, you froze. Trump froze you. Make the internet great again at Jay's house. Jay, the internet couldn't hold your internet couldn't hold up to all those ads, bro.
Speak as to what might happen. Again,
you just came back in out of nowhere. You've been gone for like 35 seconds.
Fucking shit, dude. Okay, well, you know what happened is because I was reading the fucking thing and it probably like screwed up the internet when I was doing it.
It's
because all these goddamn ads are going.
I told you I'd send you the ad blocker, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Man, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point being is that the guy that wrote the article said that if the WBD sales happen, James Gunn is going to be out, and that right now he's in it for himself, trying to get his wife and his friends as much money as they can before he gets inevitably removed because they're going to go in a different direction. It's possible. I don't know. But now here's another interesting thing about it. This was brand new. This was Zack Snyder sparks DCU shakeup with Henry Cavill's Superman Instagram post. I don't know if you guys saw this. Director Zack Snyder stirred up DC fans on social media after posting a black and white image of Henry Cavill as Superman from BVS Dawn of Justice, writing, "Henry Cavill is Superman. From BVS, shot with my monochrome 50mm Noctilus, 3 weeks on Instagram. Thanks to everyone." The photo arrives at a time in the future of DC. Okay, so what I don't want to stay on here too long. It's like playing with the dragon. I obviously I can't run two things at once on this stupid ass internet. But anyhow, I did read the entire article. So to sum it up, this has actually just happened a couple of days ago. Zack Snyder posted that photo on his Instagram, black and white. Henry Cavill's my Superman, pretty much what he was saying. Gal Gadot liked it. Then a few days after that, he posted a picture of Joe Manganiello in the Deathstroke outfit and was like, he would have been the only Deathstroke or something along those lines. Now, a lot of people have been assuming that this is because he's like poking the bear and kind of like poking fun at Gunn without saying it, because he's not really come on record and said anything mean about James Gunn or his direction. But I think that people think like Zack Snyder's probably a little bit butthurt about the fact that Gunn swoops in, fires all of his actors.
We know, Big Brisk, this site's not to be taken seriously.
It's interesting stuff. And by the way, I'm not like I'm a Snyder fanboy, but I'm not like, I don't think it's possible or realistic. Like they're going to bring Zack Snyder back and fire James Gunn and have all of this happen again. I'm just saying it was an interesting read. And that's why I brought it up.
That Cosmic Book News, dude, they just say shit. They say shit all the time.
But I thought it was interesting. And here's my thing, though. I do think it's possible that James Gunn could potentially work with Zack Snyder to bring something like The Dark Knight Returns in a standalone film where he could reunite Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and finish his vision with those two facing off in his own like idea behind it or something. I know that he did BVS, but like a true adaptation of Frank Miller with Ben Affleck in the lead. I could see him doing that for one movie only, is all I'm saying. I think that's possible.
I think if he had his run of successful stuff like 20 years down the line, I just think James Gunn is so self-obsessed. There's no way he's willing to touch back into that. And I think that probably the stakeholders and stuff saw how much those movies lost. I love those movies.
And by the way, don't you ever highlight that dude again talking about propaganda. You watch CNN.
I thought you knew that was I was talking
to that guy. That guy's on Blue Sky. I know he is.
I thought you were reading that as a joke.
I was reading it as a joke, and I also was reading it because I was like, hey, you know what? To start the show off, because I don't know what the fuck to do, let's have some content. Yeah, it's for content. All right, big deal. But also,
we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot.
I know. I was joking. Eric, by the way, I'm not going to repeat everything I goddamn said. Okay, if you were late to class, I'll be making up in the notes. I can't tell you everything I said, but I will say this: Zack Snyder. The thing about what I'm saying is that, do you think that it's possible that he was a little bit irked that James Gunn decided not to fucking keep his Superman and his actors around, and he swooped in and immediately fired him and was like, okay, well, I'm not having anything to do with Zack Snyder's universe, so I'm getting rid of Henry Cavill, even though arguably Henry Cavill was already a known, he was already a known established Superman. So a lot of people would assume, like, why didn't you just go in a different direction with Henry Cavill?
Yeah, I mean, but the two of them have come out so many times, dude, and been in support of each other.
Like, yeah, but why is he posting shit on the Instagram? Like, it's weird that it
was his movie that he made.
So I know, but he's like, he goes, Henry Cavill is Superman. Fuck you, Gunn. Like, that's like, it's almost like, why would you do that?
It is a weird choice of words. I'll give you that. It's a weird choice.
And then he was like, and then he posted Joe Manganiello a few days after that.
Yeah, I mean, he's constantly shared like behind the scenes from the movies and stuff like that. But this. Honestly, though, like that guy talking about James Gunn being out is fucking crazy, dude. That'll never ever happen. Them restarting after Superman was at least moderately successful would be insane. But
I don't think that can happen.
But you're not like. Here's the thing. I was literally going to pull this up. Anyways, like this is pretty interesting too. So Warner Brothers is basically selling their film and TV assets, right? Which is crazy because they just had a record year.
Which I hate, by the way. I don't think it's not like Warner Brothers have been doing a fantastic job with their properties or anything, but I hate that one company is going to control it like that. Like Paramount's already huge.
Yeah, it could be very bad. But honestly, David Zaslav is such a flaming piece of hot dung that him not being in control of the Warner Brothers properties could be a good thing. I think he's just looking for the most money he could possibly make and could give a shit less. Because again, they just had a record year with Sinners and Superman and like all the movies that they did, but it's still for sale. Paramount's in the lead. Paramount, all the studio insiders are like Paramount has the best chance to get it, but it's still out there. But this was interesting. It came out today that Netflix and Comcast both have interest in acquiring Warner Brothers film and TV as well, just not the networks. So it probably won't happen. Here's why Netflix, on one hand, would be the absolute worst to get it, and why Snyder fans will probably be rooting for Netflix to get it regardless, because the rumor, I don't even know if you call it a rumor, it's just if the Snyder fan people get a hint of anything, they're going to take it to the moon. Passionate folks over there. But the idea is that they're saying, some people are saying on the internet, that if Netflix was to get it, then Netflix would be in control. Netflix has a good relationship, obviously, with Snyder. And if Netflix owned the Warner Brothers catalog, that they would hire Zack Snyder to do Justice League 2 and his follow-ups for Netflix. Now, the reason it would be fucking terrible is because Netflix is absolutely terrible for studio theatrical movies, for physical media, for studio movies.
Maybe they're going to work on a sequel to Cuties. Fucking weirdos.
Yeah, Netflix getting it would be the worst, but it would give Snyder fans, and maybe if Snyder even wants to do that, which he hasn't said he does, it would give them possibly the opportunity to actually do the impossible and bring that back. I don't think it'll happen. I mean, I can fart in a box if you want, but
market guaranteed.
Yeah.
But no, I will say, someone mentioned in the comments I just saw, they were like, I don't think Zack Snyder cares necessarily. I don't think he cares either. I think he's moved on to greener pastures, and he really doesn't want to go back into the mess that was there. I just don't think it was like probably a shitty working environment for him. But I do think that he has a lot of passion for those characters, and you could tell. You can say what you want. He did love those characters, I think, and he had a vision for where he was going to go with it. I think him coming back to do something like a Frank Miller adaptation, with having Ben Affleck come back one more time and put on this cape and then do that whole storyline, that would be amazing, dude. I could see him totally doing that, and I could see James Gunn working with him if they launched something like DC. Well, remember a long time ago they were going to do like DC Black Label or something, or DC Vertigo, where it was going to be standalone films that had nothing to do with the overall DC EU, and they were just going to do standalone films, and they could do that. They could do that and make them money.
And I don't think James Gunn will ever be into that, because he's all about him. Like, you know what I mean? And there's other James Gunn news that came out as well. Speaking of the way that he's all about him, by the way, this just points right to that. So here, let me pull this up real quick. Exact same. You'll be excited to see this news. Well, excited is one way to put it, but another James Gunn story that just came out. James Gunn says he has discussed Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, but hasn't read a script. I've discussed it on and off. I discussed it with Keanu, but I have not read any script yet, which is crazy because the news
Keanu wants to do it bad.
Keanu and the original director of the original Constantine, who also made the Hunger Games movies, I can't remember his name, have been working on this since the first movie came out. And the last news was that they had a script that they were proud of. I'm pretty sure that was the last news. So for Gunn to be like, I've talked about it with Keanu, but like I haven't read a script yet. So and Gunn's constant thing, he always says, he was like, I'll make anything if I have a polished, finished script that I like in my hands. That's kind of been his thing. So to me, this is Gunn being like, when I approve it, it'll happen. I can't stand his attitude. Like that.
I can't be bothered to talk to Ted Theodore Logan when I have a pickleball meeting at 3. Okay, I'm sorry that Ted Theodore Logan of the Wild Stallions wants to talk to me. What's he done? Bill and Ted?
Again, I think James Gunn is. I think he's talented as hell. I thought Superman was good. I love a lot of stuff that James Gunn's done, but yeah, that whole attitude it always irks me.
I think that it would be extremely retarded to pass up on Keanu wanting to come back and do Constantine 2. People have been clamoring for that movie forever, and that's one movie that specifically I remember multiple interviews that Keanu always said he's like, that's one he wants to go back to. He wants to do at least one more movie before he can't do it anymore. And I don't know, maybe James Gunn's got other plans for because the character of Constantine is a big deal in the comic books.
Robin said Keanu was unhappy with the draft and wanted a new one written. Okay, I have not heard that. This was like 2 months ago. The last time I checked.
Yeah, he was mad at Alex Winter. Bill's always trying to get in there somehow or another. But no, but Constantine is a big part of the DC, like Justice League Dark. He's a big part of that. And the actual Constantine from the comic books is like a blonde-haired British dude with a snarky attitude. The snarkiness is like Keanu has that. And I know that at the adaptation. I remember when that movie came out, a lot of people didn't like it because he didn't look like Constantine, but I feel like he nailed the characteristics. So James Gunn going forward probably has his own idea in mind.
If that's Alistair from back in the day, I haven't heard from you in forever. It's good to see you if that's you. If not, it's also still good to see you. Just want to throw that out there.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't think James Gunn's gonna pass up on the opportunity to work with Keanu to do that. It just be like what direction they'll go with is going to be interesting.
I think he has a weird hang up about if it wasn't mine and I didn't freshly bake it so that I can get all the credit for it, despite the directors, I don't want to touch it. I am not going to touch it. I kind of have that feeling about him. I mean,
maybe
could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But again, I think he has my wife's too hot for me.
She is extremely hot. She's too hot for him. But no, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I want people to know. I only pulled that article up because it was something to talk about as far as like, Snyder being out, whether or not you trust Cosmic Book News. I never even really heard of the fucking site before. I just pulled it up because I saw the headline and the Instagram post was going around about him sharing it. I do not think that there's any possibility whatsoever that any new buyer is going to come in and just like completely revamp everything that James Gunn has already set up and established. Is it possible? Yeah, Hollywood's fucking weird. I don't know. It's possible. I mean, they rebooted. They did the Brandon Ruth shit. And they were all set for Bryan Singer to bring his Superman universe to life. And then they were like, nah, fuck that. Get out of here. Get out of here with your Christopher Reeve Temu. I don't want to see that anymore. And that's what they did. I'm not saying it's not possible for them to do it. And look, let's be honest, James Gunn's Superman, I actually just rewatched that a couple of days ago. It's not a bad movie, but did it do the expectations that Warner Brothers wanted it to do? Probably not. I don't know. I didn't look at the final numbers, but from what I understand, it didn't pull in the numbers it was supposed to. And this Peacemaker 2, season 2, 100%. It literally did not get the views at all that people thought it was going to.
I think Peacemaker definitely a disappointment. I think honestly though, WB is happy if the movie didn't lose money, number one, and that it got critical praise because they've been begging for that. That was the one thing with BVS, with Zack Snyder's World. They always got shit on critically, and it ended up affecting the box office. Because let's be honest, the superhero genre is one of casuals. Like there's your built-in audience of hardcores. And then there's but a lot of that box office comes from casuals, like in that movie Friendship, when he's like, we want to go see the new Marvel, I heard it's nuts. Like that's I feel like that's most people. So a lot of people look at those reviews and it does affect the box office, though it shouldn't. I think it does.
I don't know. I fuck you, James Gunn, for making me miss the days of Jesse Eisenberg's shitty Lex Luthor Facebook boy over Nicholas Hoult. I still think I would rather take Eisenberg. I swear to God, dude. I just do. There's something about nice boy Nicholas Hoult that just doesn't work for me.
We got a bone to pick, by the way. All right, our beloved Courtney Reed. All right, I see you guys talking the sports. We got to talk about the weekend and how was the weekend, by the way. But Courtney, I got a text message after our stream the other night from our friend Cody, and he was like, "Hey Mike, I saw you talking shit in our stream the other day," and I was like, "You were watching? That's hilarious." And he was like, "No, Courtney Reed sent it to me."
Courtney, as you guys, you don't know
fucking this. Narc.
Courtney is putting together a documentary on the channel, the rise and fall of the shitty we watched the movie.
Yeah, Courtney fucking narked me. I was talking shit about my friend, a Patriots fan, and Courtney sent him the clip. You son of a bitch.
Is it? But Courtney, I think he's a Patriots fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they stick together.
Like what I had to say.
They stick together. Them boys stick together like turds in the toilet.
Like Bill Belichick and his 20-year-old girlfriend.
Hey, I didn't deflate no goddamn ball. Nobody's ever going to tell me otherwise. I'm
just joking, Courtney, by the way. It wasn't actually a problem. It just made me laugh. I was like,
you doubt Bill Belichick's champ. You look at all his rings and look at that hot ass piece of ass he's got on the side that uses him. What?
Yeah, he got her on buywife.com.
Yeah, that doesn't let him finish interviews. That was a great move. That's a power move. See, Bill Belichick doesn't let people know. He's like, I told her to tell people that, so I could get out of the interview. It's like, smart.
By the way, Jay, congratulations on your favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, on them winning this weekend. I lost money on every week. I lose money on
you
the
say this all the time. I watch it because my wife watches it and she's betting on it. So I'm like, yeah, fucking win us some money on that shit. Turn it out.
She'd probably watch the Giants games with you if you watch the Giants.
I don't have access to the NFL all access $1,000 a month shit.
She watches the Eagles games.
She
just put $1 on the Giants every once in a while.
It on FanDuel, and gambling is a sin.
Oh, I hope you guys had a good sports weekend, though. Then Packers won, but
I'm a gambling man, Tomo, but only when it comes to slot machines. Okay, let's be honest. and I don't really, I haven't done that in a long time because the Lord told me not to, so I chose not to. It's also because my bank account got dry.
I was gonna win about $300 last night on a $10 bet parlay, but Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks fucked that up for me. So I'm gonna have to replenish the gambling account now.
How much how much you lose? 300?
No, on that game I only lost 10, but if
that's
they
not
would have won, I would have won $300. So technically I lost $310. You know what I mean? Because it was like a 5-game parlay and they were the only team to fucking lose, so they lost me $300. But it wasn't my money, it was my possible future money.
I swear to God, like she'll bet and she'll gamble and she'll be like, "What's the safety?" I'm like, "Oh my God." I was like, I don't think you should be fucking with shit though that you don't know. I was like, just bet on your team to win. Just do that. That's easier for you to understand. Like that's the intro levels. And just say, hey, my team's gonna win by 2 touchdowns, and then bet on that. Don't bet on like, oh, they're gonna win by, they're gonna have to have the safety, or there's gonna be a win by like a weird odd number. And then she was betting on weird shit, like somebody was gonna like people that weren't gonna get touchdowns like at all. And I'm like, these are why. I was like, these are why you're going to lose. I mean, it's offering you big payout, but it's not going to happen. Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, and it's hard, dude. If you don't know what you're doing, the only thing you should be doing is betting games, lines, one side or the other, because Vegas put those lines in place because they're good lines. So you pretty much have a 50-50 shot if you just bet on the game. But they get you because they're like, hey, if you pick these 18 players to score touchdowns, you'll win $1 million. And they're like, yeah. But that's not gonna fucking happen.
Take a quarterback as a refund? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. She's like, what's that guy back? Oh, dude, she was like, what's a safety? Like not like a safety, like when they get what a normal safety is. Like an actual the position.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
Do they only have one safety? I was like, well. I was like, you might want to look up go to Wikipedia and look up how football is played and the positions that are available.
What I was going to say is I've lost money based on the Eagles for like 4 weeks in a row. And I usually bet on them to lose. I bet on them to win against the Broncos. Fucked up my parlay. This week, bet on the Giants. It was a great bet. They should have won. And the Giants shit the bed. And then I also bet on the Eagles to lose to the Vikings. And they decided to start playing football again.
I'm going to bet that James Gunn keeps his job, and I'm going.
That's a good bet.
I think it's a good bet. I think it's a good bet.
Put the house on it.
I was trying to reroute the conversation back to stuff because I don't know shit about what's going on with football, and I don't gamble on FanDuel.
I did see in the chat. I didn't know this. And by the way, someone said they liked the shirt. Thank you. Found it at Goodwill. I was just like, that looks like a shirt that I like. I didn't even get it in Milwaukee. It's fake, kind of. I'm kind of being a poser right now. But this kind of shirt
that he gave to Jose was great for the
show. It was wonderful. But no, I did see from the chat. I didn't know this. NBA is back and it's on NBC tonight, which is cool. NBA on NBC is like some old school shit. I didn't know that was going on. I'll have to lose some money on that next time. After I again replenish the banking fund. But how was your weekend, by the way? Jay and I hung out this weekend on Saturday night. We got a lot of stuff filmed. You saw some of it. There's still some stuff to come out, including us trying 12 different Halloween beers, pumpkin ales, pumpkin IPAs, all of it. That video will come out, may even come out on Halloween. I don't know. And it was so bad that by the time we were done with it, we took all the rest of the beers and put them in a big bucket and then made our own beer out of that. Let's just say that by the time we were done with it and that video, me, Jay, and Katie all sang the entirety of the Star Spangled Banner together to end that video. And that's where
the video should end with like the static from Poltergeist. When they sing that.
I was impressed, by the way. Jay, I thought that video was going to break you, but Jay did quite well. I think it broke me by the end of the night.
I think what happened is that I succumbed to desperation. I was like, I just gotta suck it up, and Buttercup, and get through it, and I can make it. By the way, someone said Jay doing a Ghostbusters 2016. What's the over under on Jay giving us a drunk full commentary of GB 2016? I mean, you're probably gonna lose that bet because there ain't enough alcohol in the fucking world, dude. I could not. The bastardization of my favorite franchise of all time and what those bitches did to it. Fuck that shit. I can't sit through another 5 minutes of it, dude. And I can't believe Mike's never even seen it. No. Like that, you should put yourself through that torture once.
No, woo! I've had a woman tell me she was pregnant once when I was in high school, and that was enough for me. As far as pain goes,
I can't. Yeah, dude. There's not even. I'm trying to think of like one good.
I didn't
thing
even
about
have sex with her, by the way. It's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. You should have done
it. She told me I got pregnant from dry humping.
Oh, never mind. Don't do it. I miss. That's what happens when you only heard part of what you just said. You're like, oh, you should have. Like she said, I was going to get pregnant. What?
That did happen to me though. That did happen to me. I lost my mind. didn't even no penetration on top of the underwear type stuff, and she's like, "Guess what? I'm pregnant."
Well, I'm going to start early tonight. It's about 25 minutes in because someone just said, "Hey guys, did you see the new Pumpkinhead trailer?" Ugh, that's not good.
Not that Pumpkinhead. It's a R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead. It's on TV.
Don't you dare give me bad news about the real Pumpkinhead.
Don't worry, your little heart. I do kind of want to watch it though.
Eric said I got pregnant once. Did you take Tylenol? Be careful.
I get pregnant every time I eat a Chipotle burrito.
But yeah, it was a good video. It was very, very taxing. When we started it, we were like, oh, it's not going to be like the Centron challenge. It was fucking close. It was fucking close.
Yeah, because like
if a Centron challenge, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a shot of beer every minute. It sounds easy. It's a shot of beer every minute for 100 minutes. I can't remember, or an hour or 30 minutes. I can't remember what it was, but it's crazy. Like you don't think a
shot of beer every minute.
Every minute. I think there's a timer, for 100, some shit like that. But you don't think it's going to be a big deal when you start. But holy shit, it will fucking box your dick off.
Projectile vomiting.
It will beat you off. It will beat your dick off. What?
Speaking of which, at Volleyball Thursday, I had something I never tried before. It was our friend's birthday, and one of the girls tried to order us a green tea shot, but they were out of green tea shots. So all they had was a Mexican tea shot. It's called a Mexican tea shot. And I don't know what was in it, Jay, but I'll tell you, it tasted like dirt and queso. It was like fucking disgusting, dude. It was so bad.
It tastes like Tito's dick cheese.
It was not good.
This tastes like poop. Fuck you, Chacho.
It's not good. You're not gonna touch it.
Cerveza. Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about how you had a cigarette butt because you were like, it's something I never tried before. I tried ashy beer. That was nice.
Dude. I was so mad. We're playing our first game, and where we play, some of you guys who went to the Scarefest thing a couple years ago saw where the volleyball thing is. The volleyball court's out here, and then there's like a patio, and there's like a line between them that has a bunch of cup holders. So you can set your beer down, go play your game, and come back. And people back here, they drink and smoke or whatever. And there was just some dude with a big beer just sitting there watching us in the dark. Every time I look back while we were playing, it was just like watching us, just sitting there by himself, staring. And then I thought, that's weird, but I didn't pay attention to it. Went back after our first game, picked up my beer, was sweaty, was thirsty, was tired, picked up my beer, took a big old drink of it. And then it was a full beer, by the way, full glass of beer, took a big old drink of it, and went, man, I haven't had a cigarette in over a year, but I really smell like cigarettes. This is crazy. Took another drink of my beer, and it was then that I realized it was my hand, and I looked down, and some motherfucker put a whole goddamn cigarette out in my fucking beer while we were playing volleyball. An entire cigarette, and I took 2 big drinks of it. And, by the way, I had semi-food poisoning from the Giovanni's Pizza Buffet that I had the day before and barely even made it to volleyball. So imagine being sick to your stomach with bad pizza, and then that happening. Oh, dude, I was pissed. I literally went, who the fuck put the cigarette in my beer?
Thank you for the tobacco juice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Added the flavor, spice of life.
Gross. Luckily, I was experiencing this because Cody
and you finished the beer.
No. I was fucking pissed. Everybody looked at me because I was mad. And it takes a lot to get me mad, but I was pissed. But obviously, I don't know who did it. Doesn't matter. But luckily, I've been through that because Cody, you don't have to send this to him. It's okay if you don't want to. But no, Cody used to dip all the time, and he would spit in like his pop cans. And several times in our lives as children, I would pick up one of Cody's cans and take a big swig, and then you'd get nothing but dip. It was the exact same taste, dude.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like if you found out who did it, you could have walked over to him and then looked at him and just sat across from him and then just drank it in front of him. And like, it's just see how badass you are. It reminded me of that scene in RoboCop when he was the bad guys were having a meeting in the Coke lab and they were looking at each other and he sticks his finger in his wine glass and then the guy goes and he drinks it. He was like, I don't get it, Sal. I just don't get it. He goes, what I'm saying is, I got enough white powder to shove it so far up your wop ass that you'll be shitting snow for a fucking year. He's like, Johnny, blow this cocksucker's head off. He's like, ooh, guns.
What movie is that from?
It's RoboCop.
Oh yeah. I remember
that line always stuck with me. He was like, he goes, I'll shove this shit so far up your ass, you'll be shitting snow for a year.
Dude, I kind of wish I could go back in time and do that. I don't know who did it. I assumed it was the guy with the beard who kept staring at us like Batman. But yeah, whatever you're gonna do. I mean, I would have understood, like, if it was an accident, if someone just like put their cigarette, there is ashtrays all around the place back there. But like, it was a full beer, dude. Like, he did that to be a dick. Whoever
Probably.
did it. And I want him to know that I know. And
it's like, listen here, law dog. Law just don't go around here. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Winner of the King. Yeah. So there we go. Wow. Side story. Also, was going to point out, I told Mike like literally 2 minutes before the show, we're not going to do a full on list because I just didn't think about it till today. But we talked about it doing it before. Best horror movie VHS covers, and like we're gonna like what. So the idea behind this is you're gonna rank it on just the cover alone. You're not gonna like base it on the movie, so your ranking would be strictly on the cover. So you're gonna imagine yourself walking into a Blockbuster. You don't have Google, you don't have the internet to look up a movie beforehand. You go in and you're strictly gonna base your selection on how the cover looks. Like back in the olden days, you're like, oh, this looks like good. It's got to be great, and it's a piece of shit, and you wasted your fucking one free rental. That's how it's going to go.
Which it does happen to us. And by the way, this is the list. Jay decided to tell me about this as we were entering the chat tonight.
So I don't. Can you pull up that template? He's like, yeah, if you give me 5 minutes. I was like, well, I
can't. So I don't have the images, so I can't like put them on here. But you guys know the tier. Anybody knows this. See, it goes all timer, almost touch the sun, pretty rad, fuckable, sucks my butt, Steve. So that's how we'll do it. But Jay's got the website, so I can pull that up and we can just talk about it. We don't have to actually put it in there. But you guys know.
Yeah, it'll be just like a jokey thing. I mean, maybe eventually we'll actually do a full-on deep dive into the best VHS covers because there's a lot of them. Also, there was a documentary I watched a couple of yesterday, and it was really good. It was on Sidekicks. Jonathan
how to
Brandis.
Tell your friends you're gay?
No, because I just let nature take its course. I just say what I don't need to speak the truth, the power. But anyhow, no, it was a documentary kind of on YouTube where they were exploring the movie Sidekicks. If you guys don't know, Jonathan Brandis, Chuck Norris film that came out in '92. Amazing movie. It actually goes through lawsuits that happened through the filming of it. And like, there was like, that it was pretty much locally funded from this rich dude that Chuck Norris knew. Of course, Chuck was going to know a rich dude. And then he went around promoting it, and word of mouth is what got that movie out. It was cool, man. It was a cool documentary. I loved it. It was great. I just wanted to let you guys know it's on YouTube for free.
I'll watch anything that I can watch based on fucking Sidekicks, dude. That movie is underrated as shit.
It is. The thing is, though, it does say that I don't think it. Well, Siskel and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs down because they were like, it's an obvious ripoff of Karate Kid with everything they're doing in the film, which it kind of was. I will say that, but it still was a good movie. Despite that, but they did, they gave it thumbs down, but they were like, the reason why it had legs and it started growing a following, which is 100% true, is that it released on VHS in '93. And then a lot of word of mouth got around and kids started renting the movie, which I remember renting it all the time.
Yeah, dude. I don't really blame somebody if they poop on that movie, but also like, I love that movie deeply and darkly into the night. A couple things too to get into. And by the way, we appreciate you guys, your super chats and your stream elements tips. We're gonna get to all of those as we always do. So keep those coming. Thank you so much. A couple things that we wanted to cover tonight. Excuse me.
Stinks.
Last stream
cigarettes.
Well, it's still in me.
It's like dirty skank cigarettes.
It's still in me. Last week during the stream, we noticed that everybody had a really good time with the Reddit topic of Halloween that was at hand. So I've got a couple Reddit topics to pull up here that are, dude, I don't know if it's the Halloween season or what, but typically it's like, here's my Halloween ranking. And it's like, can you believe I put Edge 2 at number 1? But like, I don't know if it's Halloween season or what, but these have been great. So first up is this video. Now, Jay and I did this. Jay and I did Michael Myers playing basketball and did a video, and it was a fun time, and it was a great video. The only problem between this video and our video was that I am not nearly as talented as this.
Damn, that dude's tall. Holy shit,
dude. And this guy knows how to. That guy knows how to
b-ball. That guy know how to b-ball on the streets.
Oh, wait till you see this, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy, Jim. Beer,
that tastes weird, dude. What the fuck?
Maybe there's a cigarette in it.
Maybe I looked.
Enjoy.
Woo. Damn.
Trying to run?
Yeah.
You trying to run? It's like, from who?
Look at this dude's moves, man.
Oh my lord.
Dunking it.
How's my balls taste?
He did the floor slap.
Slap in the court. Oh my lord.
By the way, I just want to point out for those of you, if you've never worn a Michael Myers mask before for an extended period of time, we've all thrown them on and tried to scare our stepmom or whatever. But like, dude, it gets so sweaty and like, I don't know if I'm allergic to latex or what, but it really like inflames me. After we do like an hour of skits, I'm dying. I don't know how the fuck this guy did this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that my lingo is so poor. When that guy was like walked up to me and he was like, "You trying to run?" I'm like, "I don't know who I'm running from, dog. I just got here. Like, I'm not a part of your drug culture."
Jay would be like, "We're all running from something."
I was like, "Yeah, I'm running from the age creeping up behind me. What are you running from? Cops? The drug house?"
Rejected.
That kind of hurt a little bit. God damn, dude. He broke
the pull up, the hezzy.
He broke that dude's ancestor's ankles. That guy's done. And the no look. Like, I feel, oh my lord. Dude, that's a sick pass. Is this guy like a college basketball player, like some shit?
He seems that good. Like, dude, just
he was looking at his hand while he was backing away. He was like, "I can't believe you've done this." Like he was like, "The power of magic invested."
Dude, what if Michael Myers did that after a kill, after he killed somebody in real life, and he was just like, "Damn, I can't believe I did that."
I keep on. Oh, okay, that's what that is. I kept on wondering, like, who's shouting out people that are tipping, and it's like Stream Elements is telling us.
Right. So I added a chat bot from Stream Elements. And by the way, that's not all. Whatever you guys tip in Stream Elements, we will read the chat as well. But it's just to let you know.
I was going to be like, we're going to get to it, guy. Calm the fuck down. Like,
it's a chat bot.
No, I know. I was going to get mad at a bot. I was going to start mad. I'm so old. It's like, God, tell that guy to calm his panties down.
It was me too. You should have seen me trying to figure that shit out. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What is a bot? I don't understand.
Yeah, dude, it'd been funny if Michael Myers every time he got a hoop, he'd like do the thorn symbol. He'd be like,
dude, it would be funny if he had his own Loomis on the sideline to hype him up too, like a hype man.
Shut the
bot. By the way, I forgot about this. We're about to talk about a Halloween mask here in a second, but before we do, somebody sent this over, and hang on, I'm almost to it. Okay, so our buddy Joe sent over, and this is what happened. So he was going through a late relative's stuff, right? Mm-hmm. After the relative had passed, and found this mask in their stuff. I don't have the original message here, so I apologize.
Granddad was a bank robber in his early days.
But he's never seen this mask before, and he's wondering if anybody can help him understand where it came from and like if it was like what it was. It's a horrendous mask, but I will agree with him that I've never ever seen it before. So I also wonder if anyone knows. I told him I'd pull up the chat and we could see if anybody knows where this thing came from.
It came from the fucking ass seat of a taxi cab driver in New York.
But I've never seen that. I've never seen it. Like,
looked like Michael Myers got turned into fucking stone and had like a bunch of mushrooms and shit, and then just like died that way. There's
several, like, the hair looks great, by the way. The hair is awesome. It's got that nice, it looks better than my hair. Just having hair looks better than my hair. For sure.
Looks like Michael stuck his dick in like an electrical socket.
By the way, like it does have Halloween vibes. It's got to be from Halloween 5, right?
Yeah, he looks like a dude that you would like run into on the block. Like, you look at the Rumble. He's got that look. He's like,
he looks like Sean Payton on the sidelines at Broncos games.
Yeah, he does.
And yeah, so I don't know, dude. Does anybody in the chat know? It's got to be Halloween 5, but I've never even seen that mask.
That's Halloween 5 sold at Kmart, the blue light special after Halloween in 1981 or 1987.
That said sunken face Ozempic, Michael.
That's what it does look like, that dude.
Got to be Timu. Lips they are super kissable lips. There's no hole in them, so you can't really get your tongue in it. Unfortunately, blue steel.
That is, he do 100%.
Oh man, yeah, it's hard to tell, dude. Michael Myers with plastic surgery, Michael Myers with Botox, Nicolas Cage. I can see that.
I'm not trying to say anything, but dude, like, I feel like your family member bought this to do some heinous shit. You don't buy this. You don't buy this kind of mask because you're a fan of the Halloween franchise. You buy this mask to be hidden away from the public eye and do something nefarious.
Yeah,
that's not something to be like a collector. Be like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I love Michael Myers and I love everything I can collect. And that's a definitely good mask. That's something somebody's hiding something.
Yeah,
it does.
It does kind of look like someone who like was fat once and then they lost a bunch of weight, but then they got too into it and lost too much weight. And they're like, dude, you just look creepy now. Now you just look creepy.
It's Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I got to get the beverage from the fridge.
I see something. Trying to what? Doing them Kim K duck lips. Yep. Mm-hmm. So today they released Wonder Woman Day on the DC Universe Online. It sucks. No, I'm kidding. It's all right. I just wish it wasn't that. I'm tired of the Wonder Woman shit. I really am. They lick her nipples a lot in that game, and I don't like it. Hey, Cinderoth. What's up, Dean Cream? What's up? What's up? What's up? What you guys want to talk about? No, thank you. Shayla, no, I don't know her. Don't you dare talk that shit to me. Yes, Mikushi, I will. What's up, take it or leave it. But anyhow, you know what's funny? Because when Mike said we're gonna deep dive more into Reddit stories, I thought he was gonna like do some like spicier ones, like some chick saying on our first date after we had a couple of drinks and we went to Applebee's and it was wonderful. He paid for everything. We went back to his place. We're making out pretty hot and heavy. We were kind of drunk because the Applebee's appetizers we drank with him, and then he was like, we were like getting it going. We were like laying the track for the train, and then he stuck his finger in my butt. Should I be concerned? I thought it was going to be some shit like that. And I was like, ooh, that's like a red flag. Hey, all right. Good job, Chase. I'm glad to see it. Be drunk with me. Hey, Jay, I finally watched Event Horizon. Badass movie. Felt like Hellraiser in the Last Act. 100% motionless. 100%. Such an underrated classic. Amazing movie. Unfortunately, we'll never see the full director's cut because they put it in a fucking salt mine of all places, and it got killed. It got deleted from history.
That's where I put my sex tapes.
Yeah. Got to make sure that the Epstein files are definitely in there. You know that. They're going to come out and be like, we had the files, and then someone like whisked them away in the middle of the night and took them to the salt mines of Utah. What can we do?
Darn it. Trump's like,
no, I was telling them, I was like, when you said we were going to get more into Reddit, I thought we were going to like talk about like spicy, like sex stories.
Oh, I had not done, by the way. I don't know where that went. Okay, here it went. This was the, there was 2 that were the real ones though. There's another mask situation, but before well, you know what? Let's stick to the mask situation actually for a second here. This post on Reddit, Venom Snake posted this. Oh my god, dude! That looks like it's like someone who's extremely gay pretending to enjoy head.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
I really like that.
That looks like your drugged out drug dealer that just can't be bothered with you anymore. It's like, dude, you showed up at my house like 6 times already. Like stop. You have a problem. That's your drug dealer telling you that you have a problem, that you're doing too much.
Yeah, dude. It looks like
that's me. That's me when I look at my wife every time she makes a bet and asks me what a safety is. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, or any fast food worker when you're like, "Oh, do you guys have any secret menu items?" That's exactly how they look back at you.
This is the guy that writes the article that James Gunn is out at Warner Brothers with the merger. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, man, it's terrible. It's absolutely haunting in every possible way. It looks like D. Snyder in Strangeland after he like straightened up, like when he went on the straight and narrow and tried to like be a book reader before they hung him. It's awful. He does kind of have the resurrection Batman cheek thing going on. Otherwise, I don't know where the fuck this thing even came from, dude. Why is your top lip so much bigger than your lower lip?
He looks like he's trying to smile, but the depression just got him.
not great. But he asked people how he can make it look better. And
buy a new one. Put that shit in fire.
I wanted to see. I haven't looked at any of these, but I guarantee the comments are hilarious. So.
Dude, he looks like a guy that's like a cover band for Iggy Pop. Like it smells like skank through the picture.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Just BCA says you could burn it, make it look like your own version of a Blumhouse mask, and if you fail, you can throw it away.
That's exactly what. 100%. It's literally what I said. Goddamn, fuck you, Just. Don't you ever copy my shit.
This dude said, "Make the hair blonde like that one scene." You got Ben Tramer Myers.
Dude, Ben Tramer, that looks like he's getting ready to break the biggest fucking dance move of all time in front of that car. He looked like he's getting ready to break dance.
He looks like someone gave him head and he liked it. But too much.
He looks like in the middle. He looks like he's like right in the middle of the pose of doing the Michael Jackson leg kick and going, "Oh!" as the car's coming towards him.
I said I might get hit by a car though. Burn it.
Yep.
Spaghetti Monster said you can try to make it look like an H5 mask. That's what it sort of looks like. I can kind of see that.
I don't. No fucking way. And I hate that mask. It's not even close.
I think it's a bad version of a resurrection mask, personally. Like that's what I think. Like I could see Freddy underneath that, be like,
that just looks like a bad version of latex.
It's not good. It's not good. It's bad rubber, no matter how you slice it up.
That's when you eat something extremely fucking sour and you're like, it's not bad.
Motherfucker looks like Mitch McConnell at snack time.
Yeah, dude. That's how I felt after the Halloween filming video of all that beer when I got home. I was like, when I got in the car after April picked me up, she's like, "You have a good time?" That's the face I shot her.
Muppet Myers looks like Marilyn Manson circa 1999.
It kind of does look like that. It's Mark Ullman. Damn, that's close.
I don't know who that is, but he looks like Pee Wee Herman trying to be in an emo band.
That guy looks like a gay barber that's in the demonic arts at home. Like he's into like devil worshiping and shit. And he'll like black magic curse you if you don't like your haircut.
Get a red bow tie and go as Pee Wee Herman.
I can see that.
Fire. Bleach the hair and have a badass Ben Tramer. It still wouldn't be badass, dude. Just because it has white hair doesn't make it automatically badass.
I will say, by the way, just recently, just speaking of the hair, since we brought it up a couple of times, this dude went to Scarefest. Whatever, overrated. He went to Scarefest and he met Tommy Wallace. And Tommy Wallace, he brought him a mask to sign, he brought him the Shatner mask, which is cool. And Tommy Wallace actually was plucking the hair for him and saying, "I don't know why people do this, but Michael's not supposed to have smooth hair. He's not like he walked around with a bottle of hair gel and slicked his hair down all the time. Like, I don't know why but he's supposed to be a psycho killer, so his hair's supposed to be all over the place." Good point. Because we actually were guilty of doing that several times in our videos where we would slick the hair back. And for some reason, I think it was, what I think it came from, though, is I think in Halloween 4, his hair looked like that shit was like gelled with like got-to-be glue.
It was a really great point because, like you said, we used to try to push his hair down too, but let it fluff that fucker up a little bit, make it look.
Yeah, so all you guys that are trying to cosplay as Michael and you got like a unique mask, you got to get the hair plucked out. Don't be afraid. Go crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And then finally, the last of the Reddit things. This is just a good topic, in my opinion. Hold on, if I can find. Actually, no, that's not it. This is fucking haunting. This is scarier than anything you'll see in your entire life, dude. Halloween costume, Michael Myers as the fucking as Ronald McDonald.
You want to supersize your meal? Supersize it good.
There's 2 pictures of it too. Hang on. I got it too zoomed.
That's pretty good though. I like the fucking uniqueness of it, dude. That's cool. You know what? That McDonald's should like do this shit for Halloween. Buy a Monopoly game or else.
Dude, the hair's even got like a tint of red to it, kind of a little bit.
Ronald McMyers. I like that.
This is who shows up to your house when you actually collect all the Monopoly pieces and have won. This is who shows up to deliver it to you.
This is the psycho corporate guy they send out. It's like no one would win.
Dude, even the fucking footwear is top notch.
Hey, dude, yeah, this guy put work in. I like that shit. That's cool.
It's actually pretty fucking good.
I think that's cool as hell.
It's actually pretty good. But that wasn't even what I was looking for. Okay, here's the
Jeremy Shelley said that's not it. Okay.
My clown don't like.
If Jeremy saw that dude, he's like, if Jeremy Shelley saw that guy out at like a convention, he'd be like Henry Cavill, was like, not impressed. Okay, I'm sorry.
And this is, to me, this is just an interesting topic. I haven't not looked. I swear to God, I haven't looked at a single answer. I just thought we would go through it together. What do you guys think Michael is thinking, if anything, when he kills?
We've talked about this before. I don't think he really thinks of anything. I think he just does it because he's like, if we're being serious, I don't think he thinks of anything. He's just part of, like, he's a natural force. Like, he's a force of nature. He just does it. Like, it's in front of him. He removes it to get to his goal. But if we're being funny, I think he's always thinking, like, I wonder if the bathroom is nearby because I've got to take a major shit.
I genuinely think it's a horny dude. I think it's a horny thing. I think he's got a husband's bulge, and he secretly wanted to have sex with his sister, so it made him mad, so he killed her. So now he stalks the street, and every time he sees a girl he wants to fuck, he kills her because he doesn't know how to use his dick. That's like sort of serious, but like sort of serious. Like, if you read the first novelizations, they talk about like how he feels his dick throbbing and shit when he's killing.
Maybe he's like, thinking he's like, I gotta get some oxygen. I'm dying in this fucking mask.
Terrell Park says he definitely takes enjoyment out of what he does, and some Halloween fans got to kind of accept that. I don't know why you wouldn't. Of course, I think he takes some. Like, we don't think he's a good guy.
I don't think he takes enjoyment at all, though. I don't agree with that. I don't think he has that kind of. I don't think he gives a shit one way or the other about what he's doing. Like, that would.
You hear that motherfucker breathe? He's like, oh.
Well, that would be because he's out of breath sometimes. He's getting up there in age. Goddamn. But even the demon wears out after a while. The treads get old. But I'm saying, like, I think that it would entail, if he enjoyed it, it would have some kind of, he would know right and wrong. I don't think he knows, like Donald Pleasant said, that nothing, no good or evil, no right or wrong. There's nothing there. Like, it's literally just a blank shape.
Just driven by darkness, Michael. So he says Michael's not amoral. He's fully aware of what he does. You just don't carve someone's head into a jack-o'-lantern and be unaware of it. Always on topic.
He's sending a message. Don't be fucking with my block on my set.
Comics are Cool said, "Look at this old motherfucker. He don't know what's about to hit him." Thought Michael as he stands there in the dark like this.
Well, here's Robin Barker. I think admiring Bob's corpse says he enjoys killing. I don't know. I think he looked at Bob's corpse though, in the way that he did it. It's almost like, not admiring, but just being like, why it swing like that though? Like, just kind of like an alien would look at a human. Like, just like, why is it doing that? Because he's not human. That's the thing that people like. Michael Myers is not a human being. Like, he's beyond that.
I personally think he enjoys it, but Liberty Prime agrees. He says he doesn't necessarily enjoy it. The head jack-o'-lantern fits into the category of instilling the absolute most fear out of his victims. It's freaky enough to traumatize someone long enough for him to pop up behind them. Shock value doesn't mean he enjoys it. That's a fair point.
Somebody's like, that could be like, okay, so if there is if there's something controlling Michael, that's like working through Michael, so therefore the actual person that is Michael Myers is no longer like a person. Like, he's just a body being filled by this avatar, filling him really good. Maybe the whole point of this avatar of evil is to inspire and inflict fear by doing these things to make it even more scary. Much like, they have to have like people, like, it gets like the entity that's behind Michael or whatever is like the more fear in the atmosphere, the more fear that it inflicts, the stronger it gets. And that's why he can't die, because people continuously get scared. It's not like Freddy Krueger where you turn your back on the booger monster and he just goes away. He loses all his powers.
I do like that he doesn't have that terrible plot line going for him, for sure. Shout out to New Car, who says, he is an apex predator.
Yes. Every time I hear apex predator, I think of Chronicle with that little skinny guy. I'm just an apex predator, and he crushes the car.
Just boy, natural. Oh boy, here I go killing again. There's the head tilt. Did I leave the oven on?
Yeah.
Why do these people keep jumping in the way of my knives? That was a Rick and Morty joke, I guess. Everybody always asks, "Where's Michael?" Nobody asks, "How's Michael?"
If you just stopped it one day and like, well, "How are you, Michael? Like, what's wrong?" He might be like, "Oh shit, wait a minute, no one's ever asked me that before."
This is another one bites the dust. Going on, Michael.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's just like padding his stat points. He's like, "That's another my KD ratio going up."
He said, "I've always imagined his thoughts were like that of a 6-year-old doing an art project." He does do art projects with his dead body.
Again, I think this is all under the assumption that he actually enjoys it. I just don't think he does. I think that Dr. Loomis explained it pretty well in the first movie, that he doesn't have feelings like human beings. Like, he doesn't have those kinds of the neural aptitude that we have. Because then you can maybe reason with him. Maybe there's something that, like the Rob Zombie version of him, maybe, because he was traumatized as a kid. he came from a skank hole fucking family. All
Which
that
is
shit.
the problem with that.
All that shit led up to him being a serial killer. It was much more a human grounded type of thing. Michael Myers, though, the original Michael Myers is literally just a thing. That's why that's why he was called the Shape. He doesn't have any type of.
I like that Soda Cloud said a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
The Panther King says 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Yeah, that's what it is.
Everyone dies tonight. Let me hurry up and kill this guy because then I have to kill another one. I'm just like Santa Claus. I only work 1 day a year, but it's real busy.
Dude, True Corner 1990 is like just high. He's like no thoughts, just vibes.
Vibes, dog.
Just vibes, dog. He's like
just Machine Gun Kelly.
He goes, I'm just feeling the majesty of what I'm doing. I'm accomplishing God's work right now. I'm fitting the population. Is what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude, that's an interesting thought though. Like, if you, in all earnestness though, if you had to ask me, if you put a gun in my head, like, what's Michael Myers thinking? I think it's sexually driven.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I think that the only, well, there's a few, but I will say the only 2 villains that come to my mind are horror icons that absolutely enjoy their work and love it. Love it. I get up every day excited for work. Freddy Krueger gets off on it. Loves that shit. And he's all, he's driven by vengeance and he just likes doing it. And then I would also say Chucky. But because Chucky does get extreme pleasure out. I mean, he was a serial killer before he even like became the doll.
But Chucky does have another purpose. I mean, he's trying to.
Well, he's trying to get a human body to be reborn. But I'm saying Charles Lee Ray actually liked doing it too. And now, if you wanted to add a newer addition to it, Art the Clown likes doing it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, art.
But like characters that you have a harder to press idea. Like, I don't think Michael Myers cares one way or the other. I think they're just obstacles. He doesn't see people as people. He sees them as obstacles to be removed. Yeah. And then Jason Voorhees might be pain. He's a weird one because it's more like, just get off my land.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, that I mean, I don't know what. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface is just like some fucking autistic kid that doesn't know any better. Like, that's really what he is.
Leatherface does it to impress his relatives. I think.
He's like, I made a lampshade out of that bitch's skin. Can I have a chicken dinner tonight?
You know what though? Like, honest to God, I wonder. They were so deep and weird in their thoughts in Halloween Ends. You ever seen a dog? Maybe not a lot of people have seen this, but my dog Thor. I'm so sorry, Thor. I'm going to out you so bad on this one, but he's fixed, right? He's been fixed his entire life, basically. But sometimes you'll be petting him, right? And not only will like his red rocket come out, which is super gross. I always stop petting him when I was like, dude, come on, stop it.
We're guys. What are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes you'll be petting him, and all of a sudden, he's only done it 4 or 5 times in his entire life, but he'll just break out and he'll act like his back is spasming, and he'll just start humping the air. Like, he can't control himself. He just flops around the house, like humping the air. And like, I think that
that's just a leftover instinct to butt fuck you to make you you understand that he's the alpha. He wants to butt fuck you to make sure dominance is established.
Look what I can do.
It's not gay. It's just dominance.
I think that's kind of Michael Myers, though, in a weird way, dude. Like, I think he doesn't know what to do with his, but also I think he's driven by a demonic entity, as the original one.
Well, we don't really know, and that's the point of why Michael is so cool and why people keep talking about him. Is you don't know what drives him. I mean, Dr. Loomis didn't know what drove him really, except that he was just purely and simply evil, which is the simplest thing that he is. Right. The thing I would love to do a video. We could honestly do a deep dive in what motivates iconic killers, like what we think motivates iconic killers, and allow chat to talk about it too, because that would be a cool video. I mean, it might be a little boring. Like,
I think we can all agree with Austin.
Bustin does make me feel good.
It makes you feel good. You gotta get your wiggles out. You gotta get your wiggles out.
You gotta do that shit. Like, dude, I saw this thing where someone was like, I swear to God, I just read it. It was like, if men need to bust 28 days a month to prevent prostate cancer, and then somebody was like, what am I gonna do with the other 27 days?
It's finally a health kick.
Somebody's like, God damn, you bust that much into one fucking day. It's like, yeah, and then the guy was like, that's rookie numbers. You gotta crank that up.
Yeah. That's wild. Like, at least I got that going for me. That's a health plan I can get behind. By the way, it is. I like
when we're talking about busting and then red rockets of dogs' wieners. We lost about 20 people.
That's right. Well, yeah, that's natural. That's natural. Someone commented on the channel today. They're like, I was interested in watching this video until I heard your disgusting language, and you lost as a possible subscriber. I will never watch again. And I was like, dude, you commented. You're watching a horror video about people who maniacally slaughter people, and you got mad because I said butt fuck or whatever. Like,
go clutch your pearls and eat your dad's ass out. Shut the fuck up.
How broken are you in your brain?
It's dirty words. Big fucking deal. God, you act like we're in like kindergarten.
How deal is that? Who the fuck said that?
I'm sorry, man.
I appreciate
if that offends you and you don't like the video because people are using naughty words and hurt your fifis, I don't know what to, I mean, go back to your goddamn meeting at the fucking Heaven's Gate group.
Okay. Yeah, they're words. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so round out the news real quick. Round out the news. We're gonna do the VHS thing. We've got news to talk about. We're gonna get to your all's comments all across the board.
Give me a second before you. Well, you can go to some of it, but I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
Let baby come back to me. All right, I've got it pulled up here. We've talked about that, and we've talked about that. We're gonna watch the Silent Night, Deadly Night trailer once Jay gets back. Jay won't care about this, but it makes me laugh, dude. It's just weird. Like, talk about the weirdest thing you can imagine in your life happening. Melissa Barrera is going to star alongside John Travolta in Rennie Harlin's Black Tides about a killer whale orca. Bill Travolta tries to reconnect with his daughter, Barrera, which alone is why, when their sailboat is attacked by rogue orcas. Like, what is a rogue orca? But rogue orcas off the southern Spanish coast. And I love that they chose to use John Travolta from The Fanatic. It's like, you don't say that! Don't say that, David Stower! But yeah, like, who the fuck had that on their bingo card? You know what I mean? Like, now it's good though for Melissa Barrera fans because it's yet another movie that they cannot go and support at the box office, even though they try to cancel people and threaten to murder people's children over Scream 7. Yet they won't buy a ticket to her films. But it's wild. And by the way, I like Melissa Barrera, but what a weird movie, dude. Rennie Harlin, fresh off the banger that was the trilogy of The Strangers. That will be. Rennie Harlin can make good movies, dude. He made Nightmare 4. He made Cliffhanger. He made Long Kiss Goodnight. That guy can make fun movies. He made Deep Blue Sea. This could be a Deep Blue Sea type situation. It could be. I'm not shitting on the movie, but what a wild fucking premise, man. Barrera, Travolta, Rennie Harlin, killer orcas. What the fuck? Orcas. That's not a word. Orcas. Excuse me. That's a weird one. Also, we got what else was there? Oh, I'm gonna wait for Jay for that one because that one's exciting as hell. Oh, that's one we got to talk about with Jay too. I gotta point this out though.
May your dreams come true.
So no spoilers because some people haven't seen it yet. Black Phone 2, the reviews on the channel. Jay, you haven't watched it yet, have you?
I have not.
Dude, I am so fucking bummed. I'm so bummed that they had this opportunity with the Black Phone 2 to turn the grabber into Freddy Krueger. And in a sense they did in a couple scenes. And it was pretty cool when they actually worked in that. And it wasn't the entire movie wasn't about teenage trauma and teens making out together. But yeah, as far as more sequel goes, he says there's really no justification for making a sequel, the director, unless you're genuinely intending to make a movie that's better than the first movie you're making a sequel to. If you're going to make a third one, it needs to be better than the second one, which is better than the first one. Very few films do that. Now, what he's saying, there's nothing wrong with what he's saying.
That? What do you? Yeah, it's like that's some word ass salad. What do you just say?
Well, you should all. I mean, like I get what he's saying. You should always try to make the sequel better than the first movie, and if you're not going to do it, fuck it. But they just fucked up with the Black Phone 2, man. Instead of going the Freddy Krueger route and doing a fun slasher movie where you can take that idea, they put it in a fucking shitty box and locked it into this just Stranger Things kids, oh, my life is so bad storyline, and just completely dicked the opportunity to go the Freddy Krueger route in the future. I feel like it sucks.
Ethan Hawke's got that goddamn Miller Lite belly hanging out. He's like, yeah, well, the afterlife's been doing pretty well.
He looks better than I would in that fucking outfit.
No, Ethan Hawke's he's fine, but it was like I don't know. He looks like fucking Beetlejuice standing there. Hey, turn around and look behind you.
Yeah, so I just to hear them say.
So did it suck?
No, it didn't suck. I said this like as a horror movie, it's a good horror movie, but as what it could have been, yeah, it fucking sucked. It's kind of like Halloween Ends. Like as a standalone movie, I think Halloween Ends is a good movie. As what it was supposed to be, what it could have meant for the franchise, they've dicked it up bad.
The Talking Oak Tree says it should have been a TV show on Amazon or something.
I mean, I don't think it needed to be a TV show. I just think they needed to like take this fucking amazing horror villain and give him the opportunity to go into the future as an amazing horror villain, and they just turned it into a bunch of Hallmark shit.
Was there a lot of jump scares in it?
There was like 2 that got me really good, but they weren't good jump scares. They were just loud, you know.
Fucking bitches. I hate when they do that. I just have to prepare myself because eventually I'm sure that'll come to Patreon and I'll have to do the stream, and I don't want to do it if there's a lot of jump scares. I just don't like that.
Katie loved the first movie, and she went to see this one with me, and she didn't like it either. Like, and she didn't watch any trailers. She had no idea that it was supposed to do the dream sequences and all that, and still didn't like it.
I'm sorry. I saw some. Tomo says that's a tossed word salad, Jay. Oh yeah, you got to be careful with what you say. But yeah, I'm still wanting to see it. It sucks that they didn't go the full route. They didn't go full Freddy with it.
No.
Well, that's disappointing, and it's hard to disappoint me. But you've fucking done it. No, it's not. It's easy, but you've done it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. By the way,
wants to see you and not me. He wants to see you by yourself and not me have anything to do with it. Do a him commentary because he just wants to see
Stacey James and his PFP looks like he would know when he went to the gym. Be like, "You want to run?" He was like, "Yeah, dog. Let's go."
I'm ready to go. Listen, Kid Rock.
He was like, "I'm gonna pop some tabs. Only got $20 in my pocket." No, I will say. By the way, Michael, part 10. I will be doing not a commentary, but I'll give a review at some point. If we're gonna be live this Friday or next week, we're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch The Conjuring tomorrow, so I'll give you my full thoughts on that.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna like it because you're not gonna have terrible taste in Conjuring films.
It's not true at all. I thought Conjuring 2 was not good until the very last act because they wanted to fucking spend all the time listening to Elvis dancing around a room. I thought that shit sucked.
I'm just messing.
And then the third one sucked big donkey dicks.
Yeah, you're coming out. I take it back. Then you're not gonna like this one. This one was a huge piece of dick, big dick. If the third one was a big dick, this is an even bigger dick, and not in a good way.
Well, the third one was bad because it was just shot terribly and it was boring as hell and nothing. I mean, and it was like all about I don't know. There's something about that movie that really just didn't work at all.
I'd love for you to see The Black Phone too, because everything I want to say about it revolves around spoilers. But dear God, what a disappointment!
We got 342 people in here. Go ahead and let them know. Let them know what you think.
Let me just ruin that movie for you real quick right now. It's doing well at the box office, though. A couple things I was waiting for you to come back for because I know you'll be interested. This is kind of cool. They're doing a story about Stallone making the Rocky films.
I like that.
Stallone loves it. He has nothing but kind things to say about it. And this is Anthony Ippolito as Sylvester Stallone in I Play Rocky. Dude, the look is fucking perfect. I mean, it looks perfect.
It looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. I won't lie, but he does look like I just sucked that dude's dick for a crack pipe. I gotta get that.
Why always trying to tell me fucking gulp, man?
I don't know, but he does look like that. He does look like a dude that like sucks dick for like his drug habit, and he's trying to get better. But my point being, the overall aesthetic does look good. I like that shit, dude. I like when they make documentaries. Is this going to be in a film or is it going to be on TV?
No, it's going to be. I think it's going to be like a theatrical movie about.
Oh shit, dude! I don't see. That's the one thing I don't like. You remember back in the day they used to. No, I'm not saying. No, I like movies, but I'm just saying I don't. Back in the day where they used to VH1 behind the music without the music, and they used to do shit like that, or they would do like a movie of the week documentary. I like that. I looked forward to watching that stuff. Like when they did that shitty Michael Jackson documentary style movie on TV, I thought it was good. Like I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was good. I like that kind of stuff.
I just think, I mean, honestly, though, like if it looks this good and Stallone's in love with it, like if you look into the story of Stallone making Rocky, it's
great,
as inspirational as the movie was itself. So I think that could be a fucking awesome. It's going to be really cool. Like if it's that good to go back and re-experience the highs and lows of Rocky, but through the actor's eyes. Yeah. They did a show about the making of The Godfather. I think it was on Paramount back in the day with Miles Teller. That show was fucking awesome. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure
that's what I'm saying.
You guys do.
Because the reason why I like that is because the longer format that you have available to you on doing it on a streaming site like that is better because you get more information from it.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true.
He was like, "Yo, I was just out there. I was out there, and I was like, I've got to write the script, and then I got to be in the script." And they were like, "No, you ain't got it." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna sell it to you for $100,000. I gotta get Paulie. I gotta get Paulie, and I gotta get people on my side." And I did it.
Rocky, I did it. I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about investing in condominiums. It's like Condominiums. I don't know. I never used them.
Yeah, if you don't say I read, I don't read no good. I don't know.
Go ahead. Open your prize.
Dude, like the Rocky story, as far as like how it got made, is an incredible story because again, this is a nobody. Sylvester Stallone is a nobody with like $20 in his pocket, with a great script and with a great idea. He goes out to Hollywood. They offer him a ginormous amount of money at the time for that script, and he was like, "Only if I could be in it." And they were like, "No, you suck. We don't know who you are. You're not going to sell tickets." And he's like, "Then you ain't going to get my script." And he went out and he wound up making it with him in it, and it won an Academy Award. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's like the American story or some shit. Like you have nothing, you go to the land of opportunity, you make it. That's cool.
Yeah, and he like literally holed himself up in some shithole apartment, like blacked out the windows and like hammered that script out.
Yeah,
the story Rocky got made, it's actually really cool.
The only other parallel story to that, which I mean, there's probably several, but I do remember the story with Matt Damon, and he was like talking about, he's like, dude, I was like so broke, I was like on the couch of my friends' apartments eating like SpaghettiOs to save money until that the script for Good Will Hunting could get sold. And that's what launched his career. But but the struggle and shit, everything he had to go through to get it.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon was a good looking dude. It wasn't like he was ugly, and he still couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's going to bring you right back to the feeling you had when you watched Rocky, I feel like. We're both going to be jacked about this news. Let me play it so you can hear it.
This guy looks like he's going to sell me coffee flavors at Starbucks.
Dan Stevens of The Guest talking to Joe Blow about the possibility of Guest 2.
I'm very willing, although I will say time is running out for me to be in the shape that David was in 10 years ago.
He was
so we better make it soon. Otherwise, it's going to be tricky. As to how likely it is to happen, I don't know. But there is an awesome soundtrack out there that we put out on April Fool's Day a couple of years ago, and it slaps. So I'm very willing.
So Dan Stevens wants to do The Guest too. Dude, that movie was begging for sequels.
The Guest. The Guest, was that the one with
Dan Stevens?
No, I know, but was it the one where he's like a killer and he's like,
yeah, he comes from the military.
Oh yeah, dude, because when we watched it, we were talking about how it resembled a lot like Michael Myers. It had like that weird approach to it.
Yeah,
where he was like his focus was like or Terminator or something.
And he even escapes from the Halloween dance wearing the firefighter outfit, and your first thought is, oh my god, they could turn this into so many sequels, and they just never did. If you guys have never seen The Guest, watch it fucking tonight, dude. It's awesome.
It's amazing. It really is. That actually very unheralded. And I no offense to Dan Stevens. I mean, maybe he's a wonderful dude. His British accent makes him feel like a cool dude to talk to.
Dude, I saw people like, oh my god, he's British. Yeah, dude, he's a great actor. You can't tell.
There are some people that you just have no idea. Like when you like the guy that plays Vigilante on Peacemaker is British. He just like, I don't know what it is about certain people that just don't look like that. Like Henry Cavill, I could tell. Like, I don't know. There's something about that dude that just like, he just looks like, I like the royal family. I don't know. It's like he looks like that. But like
Blu-ray's dead on, dude. Halloween Meets Drive is The Guest. Fucking dead on.
Oh yeah, that soundtrack, by the way. Yeah. Dude, The Guest. The soundtrack was amazing too.
I'm haunted.
Yeah,
dude. It's top
so
notch
good
shit. Okay, so we're gonna watch also. So I think that rounds it out. A Red Band trailer for Silent Night, Deadly Night, which we will watch with you guys now. Rowan Campbell from Halloween Ends. That movie's not his fault. Good actor.
Who's directing this?
A little guy called Mike P. Nelson.
The guy that we had on the fucking show.
Yeah, that's right. Friend of the channel, Mike P. Nelson. Not only is he directing this, he did Sweet Revenge. He did The Domestics. He's got a Snake movie coming out, and he's also doing this movie, which is the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, starring Rowan Campbell. And Red Band trailer's out. Let's watch it. Is that extremely loud to you?
Yeah, but it's fine. I can deal with it.
I'll just turn down a little bit so it's not. I don't want to.
I like AC/DC. I can deal with it.
I've kind of been drifting my whole life.
Hey, new guy. Are you okay?
At Christmas time, I can see evil. I slipped from Billy into something else.
So you're crazy. I'm gonna figure out what's going on in there.
Yeah, no idea.
Dude, is this?
I like Santa Claus a lot.
Is this not I like ironically Halloween Ends vibes. Like honest to God,
Kind of.
he meets a girl who likes him. She has no idea he's a fucking nut can.
This guy looks, like Mike said, it's not his fault that the movie was not good. Halloween Ends, but he does look like he has a look about him that like he's like, I collect my scabs and put them in, and I put them in a scrapbook. And sometimes I look at them when I, late at night. I just look at my scabs, and I like it. I also like to smell my own farts sometimes in the car, and I don't roll the windows down when I do it.
The trading card books, I put them in the little slots for the trading cards, and then I look at them after.
He's like, I have a massive paw collection with all the slammers.
I love dude. When we were in fucking West Virginia, by the way, we went to a comic store and it was like $30. I should have fucking bought it. They had a 90s Michael Jordan collection of Pogs. And it had the fucking canister. It had all the things. It had the slammers, and it was like a Michael Jordan.
How much do they want for it?
$30.
Nah, that's too much. 30 cents.
I knew, like, that's why I didn't buy it. I was like, it's just going to sit on my shelf.
God damn, dude. The guys that made that shit back in the day are millionaires now because of how stupid kids were. Like, just the same thing as the fidget spinners. That shit lasted, that fad, for like 6 months. And whoever, like, and all the different variations that you could come out with, people that did that made fucking millions off just the dumbness.
I actually wish it would have stuck around because those were so fun. And by the way, studio that brought you Terrifier 3, this means the movie's going to be unrated when it comes out. You're going to get an unrated film in theaters, which is dope.
What? Somebody was going to watch that and be like, is Art going to show up? Because if he's not, I'm going to fucking get fucking pissed.
What?
If you're under a car in a horror movie, you're fucking dead, by the way. It's just a guarantee you're dead.
Naughty. Santa is always watching. Naughty boys get punished.
Boink!
They found the body. The person who did this, he was dressed like Santa.
Bad people
need to be
punished.
Billy?
Jelly beans.
Evil Dead vibes. By the way, I think if you look at that, I think this is the scene where, because in the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, they tell how Billy got so fucked up because you see these awful things happen to his mom. It looks like that scene is happening there.
I killed people.
Forget who you are and what you do.
Hot guy. She was wearing a Nazi hat. Did you see that?
Was she really?
Yeah, that was a fucking Nazi hat. That was like an SS troop. Yeah, that's a fucking Nazi hat.
Shout out me, by the way, for finding the actual.
Yeah, you're right on. I was like, that's the racism in you. Like immediately, like linked onto it.
Okay, who's excited to meet Santa?
Oh, fucking Santa duel in the middle of the fucking street. We like that too. I don't remember much about Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original, and I know they did a remake years ago. I never watched it, but that looked fun. That looked like a fun little film. It didn't look like anything that like you could tell they weren't taking themselves seriously and they were just filming some cool shit, and that's what makes it cool.
Yeah,
like,
no,
is it gonna win awards? Probably not, but it's still fun. I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm into that, man. And the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise is so weird because you have the first movie which takes itself seriously, right? And it's got some drabs to it or whatever, but it's still a good movie. The second movie though is actually, if someone's gonna ask me like which movie should I watch, the second movie is a joke, but I would be like, watch the second movie because it does that horror sin of going back and retelling the entirety of the first movie, which Heretic did that with Exorcist. It's always a bad idea to do that, but in that movie it works because they show all the cool parts of the first movie, but then you get this B horror movie with like, Garbage Day and all that shit like that.
I did feel like that,
yeah, but like what they did there, dude, I think it's gonna be fucking fun. I think it's gonna be so fun to watch.
Yeah, I think most of the chat was with that too. It's like it just looks like a fun movie. Like I mean, because I got to be honest, I'm not familiar with Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I'm just looking at it like through a fresh lens, and just based on that trailer alone, it looks just like guys just having a cool time making like a horror film with a lot of action sequences in it. Like that's it.
Hella, shut the fuck up. Excuse me.
Somebody said Josephine says I like him in Ends. The movie was a disaster, but he is good. Yeah, I don't think the actor. I don't think the actor. Like all the actors were fine. I know that it gets lost in translation a lot when you criticize the film and you think it's because the actors are the ones that made the film bad. No, it's the goddamn David Gordon fucking Skate Greens and shit like that did that. Like they're the ones that wrote the fucking script. They're the ones that put that shit in their hands and said, do this garbage. And they did it to the best of their ability. So yeah, I think he's a fine actor.
I agree totally, dude. Like there's no reason to shit on the actors for it. And just honestly, in a world where you got the Black Phone 2 and you expect it to be a good slasher movie and it's not a slasher movie at fucking all, it's refreshing to see a movie that's going to come out that's going to be a pure slasher movie and not try to be like, oh, well, what about Jimmy's trauma for 17 minutes before we show anyone dying?
Fuck Jimmy.
Like it's refreshing and I'm excited for it. I can't wait, Jim.
Yes.
Can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome. And we're not just saying that because Mike's a nice dude. If you have not watched him on our show, though, and you're wondering questions about Sweet Revenge, he talks about a lot of cool shit there. I feel like you didn't watch that enough.
It's like a super down to earth guy. Like you wouldn't even expect him. And Lord, hoping he gets tapped for an actual Friday the 13th director for the new one when they do the film.
Possible terrible news. Oh wait, excuse me. Let me do this real quick because this is new. You know. Paramount and their bid to buy Warner Brothers has apparently been rejected.
Yeah, because they keep on lowballing them. They keep on be like, I'll give you about 350. And they're like, no. I mean, Warner Brothers is worth substantially more than I think that Paramount is actually worth. But they keep coming in with lowball offers, and it's like it's insulting to them. If I think we could pull it up. I guess I'll look it up. But what the actual let's see, Warner Brothers is worth. Let's see. So their enterprise value is at $81.33 billion. That's the total of what they're worth. Of Warner Brothers.
Right. I don't say how about Paramount? What are they worth?
And then Paramount is worth 11.75 billion.
So it makes sense that Paramount.
So they're doing their own Rocky story. Like, yeah, but Drago can be beaten. He can be beaten. And like again, I don't know. Like, it's just so weird. Like a small ass. I mean, comparatively, Paramount's not even close to Warner Brothers, and they're trying to like. I think I swear to God, I read somewhere that they tried to offer like $8 something billion. Now again, I don't think they're trying to buy the company. So the company is worth $81 billion. They're just trying to buy the IPs,
right?
Which maybe they value at less.
Well, and again, someone commented Netflix is going to win it because they want the DCU on Netflix. That's a trending topic, and this is why I say it's bad news. Like, I don't think Warner Brothers should be sold because again, studios conglomerating means there's less competition. Means bad news bears for everyone. But Netflix buying it would be the absolute worst scenario. Unless it matters way more to you that there's possibly a DCU Zack Snyder follow-up.
I just like, listen, to be fair, like 100%, I'm against Paramount buying it. I'm against Netflix buying it. I hate that Warner Brothers has pretty much just given up on their IPs. They're like, we don't know what the fuck to do. We don't have the right vision for it. We don't want
Warner Brothers.
I know. And they own, and by the way, unlike Marvel, Disney, they own the rights to all the characters. I think now Marvel, Disney did. But before that, dude, Warner Brothers should be well ahead in the comic book movie wars. They had access to all their fucking characters well before Marvel did. And they flounder every fucking time. They're like goddamn Sony with Spider-Man. They just don't know how to make a good fucking movie. But at the end of the day, if they sell off their IPs to Paramount, I got to be honest with you, dude, it's a bad move. Paramount has completely sucked the dick dry from Star Trek and ruined that shit. I'm sorry. I liked some of the movies that came out, but all the TV shows have been pure dog water, hot dog shit for a long time. And I'm afraid of what Paramount would do once they got their hands on it. Much like when Disney they sank their poison into Star Wars and what they did with Star Wars. I think they'll drain this shit out. You'll have some terrible Superman movies that are directed in certain, you know what I'm saying. If you know a thing or two, you know a thing or two about what Paramount will do.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for everyone if they sell it all. You know, I agree with you. I got to pee real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My wiener hurts. I said my wiener hurts.
I know.
My dick.
They go drain the fucking lizard.
I will.
Okay.
I'm going.
Then go.
I'm gone.
Then go then. Take it or leave it says, yes, they did, Jay. New Trek is fucking shit. Holy ass Christ. That's a mouthful, but yes, it's true. I tried my best to. Dude, I remember, what was it, Discovery? I tried to watch that shit. It was awful. God awful, dude. I cannot believe that was greenlit to go forward. And it was a terrible show. And then Strange New Worlds, I started watching it. It was okay. Certain parts of it was all right, but then it just got worse and worse. And it was they had a goddamn musical number at one point. Okay, some Broadway shit in the middle of a fucking episode. Wild shit. Yo, D-Land. Outdoors says, tell Mike to give me a shirt. Okay, I'll tell him. But yeah, I mean, and New Trek it just blows ass, dude. And I know that, dude, the Reddit too. If you go on Reddit and you talk about New Trek sucking, it is insane how many cockroaches crawl out from the crevices of butt cracks of moderators that will strike your goddamn post down or immediately just say you're a fucking bigot or you're this or that because you don't like New Trek. And all you're saying is that, no, dude, they've lost the vision of what Roddenberry was attempting to do with the original Trek series. I don't know. This is getting really geeky, but yeah, it's so stupid. Austin says, Jay, did you watch the Sci-Fi Channel original Pumpkinhead movies? I watched, yeah, dude, I remember watching Blood Wings. I didn't watch, but I rented Blood Wings. And then the rest of them, Pumpkinhead 3. I know they got Doug Bradley in there. I think I attempted to watch it. It was fucking awful. But, it sucks, dude, because those kind of movies, like, I think Pumpkinhead deserves a lot more respect on its name. It's a great goddamn movie. It's an amazing film. Mike P. Nelson also agrees with me as well. That's a movie that he actually wants to direct if they ever remade it correctly. And then they were like, hey, it's a quick, easy shill for us to make $1 off of the name. And it was sort of popular in the late 80s, and they ruined it. I think also Blood Wings was a terrible idea because Blood Wings is the film. It's a prequel to the first one. So you see why Pumpkinhead was Pumpkinhead. And it's like, all right, but you're going the angle of what was like, he was an abused autistic boy and then all this shit happened to him. And then you feel, I don't know, it's stupid.
Yeah, I like Blood Wings because it's just fun and dumb, but they could do so much with it. Our favorite time of the show is where we turn it over to you guys now. And we're going to start over here with, I'm going to do this just for fun because
am I still on?
Yeah.
I wonder how much battery life is left because the camera just went.
Well, you can see if it's about to go low, you'll see it start to flash.
No, it's not flashing.
Oh, it should be.
That's illegal.
Come on now, more margaritas. Great ass.
And you got your head all the way up it.
I'm a fan of man.
Let's see what you guys say first over on Stream Elements. We appreciate you guys so fucking much.
Wow, you guys have been tearing it up over there on Stream Elements. We like that. Yeah, fuck YouTube.
Appreciate it. Sean Sharkey says, sup, dudes? Question. If I cheat on my girlfriend with a man, is it really cheating? Cheers, boys. Let's have a great night. It's Halloween.
No, I don't think so. If you're, well, I mean, I guess it depends. Are you doing it for some money? Like if you're doing gay porn, gay for pay, it's not cheating. I think you're just trying to make a better life for that ungrateful bitch if she gets mad at you.
You're adding caveats now. No, it's just, I mean, obviously it is. I've seen many am I the asshole Reddit posts where that's like, I swear my boyfriend's blowing his brother Dave, and I confronted him about it.
Was the subreddit Kentucky?
Yes, it is. It is absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's cheating no matter what the gender is. I think that if you wind up sharing intimate moments with a partner that's not your partner, then I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Oh, that's called cheating.
Here's the real question, though. The real question is, would you rather have your girlfriend or wife, significant other, cheat on you with a girl or cheat on you with a guy?
I've literally asked myself this question many a time in the blue moons of alcohol. And I got to be honest with you. I think it probably while it might make you feel better,
neon
while it might make you feel better that a giant Shaq dick is not dicking her down every night, that's bigger than yours. That might make you feel better initially. What you got to contend with is the fact that you turned her gay. You did that with your small wiener and your egotistical ways. You did that.
And you're right. That is the question, but I'm gonna take the woman, because at least it's just hard to imagine otherwise.
Yes,
but then again, maybe you get turned on when you think about the other option. You're like, I don't like the way that makes.
But then again, you could be like smart about it, be like, just wait. She's gonna miss the tool power that I have that the girl does not.
Yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back. I'm definitely gonna accept the girl option of that, but yeah, it's definitely still cheating, brother. Don't do it. Don't do it. So okay, I lost my way, and I've lost my way many times in life. But thank you, Sean. JK, thank you. Says urban legend, The Faculty, disturbing behavior. I Know What You Did Last Summer. You can only keep one. Only keep one movie between urban legend, Faculty, disturbing behavior. I Know What You Did Last Summer. The original. I'm assuming
disturbing behavior all day long.
I'm keeping the fucking Faculty. Yeah, I know the Faculty.
I like, and it's the thing. The Faculty has probably got better numbers as well, like as far as like how it's sold in the theaters, 100%. But I think disturbing behavior, it's more interesting to me because it's like now with the emergence of AI and the way that people are trying to use like all sorts of shit to control people, I could see that stuff being implemented, like where they fucking take your kid, reprogram them with a fucking microchip produced by Bill Gates and Elon Musk to make them behave and not, and then do some shit. The Faculty's Aliens, which is it's a better movie visually, and it's got better actors technically. You had Elijah Wood, you had Hartnett, but Disturbing Behavior had Katie Holmes and James Marsden. So I don't know.
Yeah, it did. I think Faculty is a better movie. Although I will say The Faculty is, and Robert Rodriguez once retweeted a tweet of mine or liked it that said that they need to do a requel to that movie. Robert Rodriguez wants to make a follow up to The Faculty, and it would make the most sense because if you go back and watch The Faculty, as great as Hartnett and everybody, I'll guarantee to jack you up, and everybody was in that. The special effects were terrible.
What, by the way, what is this?
So Halloween Aftermath is a fan film that just came out a couple days ago that literally all my mentions on every website is like, guys, react, watch, do the it's like a 2 hour and 10 minute, I think.
Oh, dude, we can't do that. Not
Halloween fan film. It's by James Grimm and the guys who did Halloween Aftermath or Halloween it's a Cole Edits, those guys. They did a great job with them. But Jay and I have mentioned several times, as far as that goes, we don't like covering fan films. And the reason why we used to, but we don't cover fan films unless it is just a ginormous thing that we also happen to watch and happen to absolutely fall in love with. Because I just think when you shit on a Hollywood studio movie, and I haven't watched Aftermath, so I'm not saying it's bad. But when you shit on a Hollywood studio movie, they had millions of dollars. They had all the, I think it's fair to say you're going to make millions off this. If you put out a shit product, we can say that. But when it comes to fan films, we don't like saying negative things about them because they're just fans doing their best. And it's hard to, you kind of feel like Chris Stuckman. It's hard to actually give an honest review of them, and then people get really upset. We've had people get really mad at us in the past because we liked one fan film but not theirs and whatever. And in the fan film community, and I'm not talking about the guys who made this, but just in past experiences, they get really upset, and there's a lot of drama and stuff that goes on, and just it feels unfair to get involved in any of that.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm not saying it's not great, and sometimes we will review fan films if it's a fucking perfect scenario, and who knows, maybe one day we will. But
plus it's also 2 hours long. I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, I guess we could do the review for it technically, but Mike, it's already been pointed out, like, I don't want to shit on people that are just doing their, like, with limited resources doing their best. I just don't. Even if it's obviously bad and it looks like dried up shit on screen, I don't want to be like, God damn, that fucking sucked. That actor was terrible. It's like, yeah, well, they're not Hollywood people. So, it is what it is.
It's hard to give it an honest review. So a lot of times we just don't. So I'm not saying we never will. I'm just saying I'm not going to say whether or not we will. So that's kind of where we are with that one. I hope you guys understand that. But okay, where it keeps moving on me. Stop moving on me, you slut.
Because people are using it, which is a good thing.
Jeremy Shelley, thanks, buddy. Says, ain't no live Wham stream without me, baby. What do you say, boys? Love you guys. Mortal Kombat 2 got moved up a week. Your thoughts? I mean, shit, they moved it back a whole fucking year already. So
I think a week doesn't matter. I'm excited as fuck for it, though. I like. It sucks that they did delay it, but I think it's because they're going to make a better product. I'm excited as shit, dude. Mortal Kombat 2. It's going to be one of those rare occasions where the sequel will outperform the original movie by far. They added Carl Urban. They added more characters. They've added a layer of they've added a layer of a story that's better, I think, than Mortal Kombat 1. In my opinion, just based on the trailer alone, I think it's going to be phenomenal. So them moving it up a week, I don't know what's going on and why they did it. Maybe they were like, you know what, Starbucks hasn't have an anniversary the week that we were going to come out, so we have to avoid that.
Yeah, big ups, huh? All right. Darth the Mother 808 says,
thank you, Darth.
Darth celebrates. By the way, I see a lot of people asking what Stream Elements is. Stream Elements is a thing that we've implemented into the show. The link is not only in the ticker down below, but it's also in the pinned comment on the chat. What it is basically you can do your super chats to us without YouTube taking 30% of the chat, which is a lot. So this is
that's more than a pimp in New York takes from the hookers.
And by the way, we're so happy to have you guys just super chat. If you're more comfortable with that, no worries. But if you want to do it this way, that works too. And then we get to keep the whole thing, which is nice. So
by the way, before someone says it, I don't know if that's true or not. So it's like, I was actually a stripper at prostitutes / aka hyphen in New York, Jay. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My pimp daddy Joe took 75%. So you making that comparison is very hurtful and uninformed. Okay, I could be wrong, but the fact is YouTube does take 30% cut of every super chat you guys give.
Yeah, which is a lot. Someone said Mike's learning how to be a streamer. I only took 12 years. We're figuring it out. But it does move. I don't like the way it moves. I will say that. Stop moving on me like that, you whore. Big ups, huh? All right. Says 7 months of membership, by the way. Thank you, sir. Says, sup, dudettes. The Primate trailer looks dope. Guys, I promise you, I'm telling you right now, Primate is Johannes. I keep wanting to say Scarlett Johannes. Johannes Roberts film, who did The Strangers Pray at Night, comes out in January. It's about a killer monkey. And I saw this at Fantastic Fest. It doesn't come out until fucking January, but they just released the trailer. Fucking blast of a movie. It's not going to take itself super seriously. It's a fun, old school slasher type of movie. But goddamn, dude, it deserves better than January, and people are gonna have a blast with it. Trust me. Go see that shit day fucking one.
Yeah, January is January being relegated to that. It's like the dungeons for a lot of movies.
Right.
It's
and
like
everybody,
dead zone.
Everybody thought that when we sat down to watch that movie. Everybody's like, "Man, this is gonna be tough because like it's January. It's probably gonna suck." And everybody in the theater was screaming, laughing. Practical effects, fucking blast of a movie, dude. Go see it when it comes out. Big Ops Hall, thank you, man. Kill the Boogeyman, Joe R. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Matt
you, man.
Roberts, thank you, buddy. He says, I asked y'all last week what Elm Street movies are skippable, and I'm back now with the same question for Friday the 13th. My ultimate goal is to lead up to Freddy vs. Jason. Also, I'm drunk, and I just wanted you to know.
That's okay, Matt. You have a cowboy hat, and you're allowed to do it with your fucking whiskey. I bet you love Chris Stapleton. I can look at you. I know. I like Chris Stapleton. It's actually weird that he mentioned that, dude, because April and I were talking yesterday about movies that you could skip at franchises and still get the full gist of what's going on and more enjoyment out of it, which actually could be a great video. But I will say Friday the 13th, and I got to be honest with you, 100%, I would skip the first 3. I would go 4, 6, 7, skip 8, go to I don't want to go to 9, but you have to, because if you're going to lead up to Freddy versus Jason, you kind of have to. Go to 9 and then 10, then Freddy versus Jason. Now, I'm not saying that the first 3 aren't good, but we've talked about this before multiple times. Friday the 13th Part 1, once you've watched it and you know that the mom is the killer, you kind of like, I just don't care anymore. Backhead Jason's underrated. I don't think he gets enough credit. He's a cool movie. 3 is corny, but it's fun. But when you get into 4, it's amazing. 5, listen, personally, I liked 5. After a while, like I used to hate it. I used to fucking hate it. When you find out that the paramedic is the goddamn killer, Roy Burns is the killer. But it's got, I agree with Quentin Tarantino, who actually just talked about this. He said, this when you didn't know, because he said he saw it opening night. Those had some of the best kills in the franchise in Part 5. And it really did. It had,
I mean, a lot of them were cut off by the MPAA though. Like that was
but it did have it did have some cool kills. But either way, I would like again. So my list would be 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I would go 2 because you got to have Baghead, and 2 is a great film. I'd skip 1 easily. If you've seen, as long as you've seen 1, you can skip it. I would go 2. I would watch 3 just because it has some fun moments and you get to see Jason get his mask. 4 is a must watch. 4 is a must watch. In my opinion, you could skip 5, but it has some classic characters like Reggie the Reckless and stuff for sure. So I'll keep that one in there. 6 is a must. Absolutely. 7, I think, is a must.
You have
as well
because Kane Hodder, and that's pretty much the design of Jason moving forward.
And because of the telekinetics that go on in that, it makes it really fun and all that stuff. You can skip Jason Goes to Hell every day of the fucking week. I honestly think you don't have to watch Freddy vs. Jason. I think Freddy vs. Jason's a little overrated. I think it's just kind of a fun little shitty movie, in my opinion.
Well, no, I mean, because the reason why, like I said, that he has to go to Jason Goes to Hell, which is 9, is because he's going in. Okay, I could revise my journey of the Friday the 13th and say, if you're just going to figure out like where it makes sense for Freddy versus Jason, then you would go 4, 6, 7. You could skip Manhattan because that's a terrible fucking movie, even though it's got a badass cover. You could skip 9, which is Jason Goes to Hell, even though that's got an amazing cover.
Yeah, I forgot Manhattan.
I'm sorry. You have to go through 9. You have to go through that pile of shit. You could skip 10 and then get to Freddy versus Jason, because in 9, at least at the end, Freddy's glove comes up and pulls the mask down. So then it makes sense about Freddy versus Jason.
Sure, but you don't need to watch the whole movie for that. I mean, I'm just saying, like, and I think Freddy versus Jason is, I think both Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason are overrated in their own rights. And what I'm saying is, what everybody says Jason X is actually Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is a good, dumb, throwaway fucking movie that you could watch and have a good time. I think Jason X, 80% of it just sucks dick. Like, I think it's actually fucking terrible and
fighting words, child. Fighting.
I know, unpopular, but I think 80% of Jason X is actually sci-fi trash, whereas Freddy vs. Jason is fun, but also not necessary entertainment. So
I think Jason X was a quick movie they put together to make some money before Freddy versus Jason, because I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, some interviews that were given, was that Kane Hodder was set to play Jason Voorhees and taking on Robert Englund, which he should have been, by the way, and they fucked him with that. And so they did Jason X to kind of build up hype for that. And then they did Freddy vs. Jason, and Kane Hodder got left away. Jason X, though, in my opinion, I think that what I liked about that movie is like nobody took that shit seriously, which was fun. Because Jason movies shouldn't be taken seriously, generally speaking. It shouldn't. I mean,
but I think you can not take a movie seriously and still make a good slasher.
I still think, but the sci-fi slop element to it kind of worked in its favor, because the beginning of that movie was some of the best shit that Jason had put out in like 20 years. Because the whole idea of a government black ops facility kidnapping him and like experimenting on him made sense.
But it looked like a fan film. I mean, it looked like
I think it looked all right. But then you have Freddy versus Jason, which terrible acting, bad, but still, it was fun to see 2 iconic horror guys going at it. And by the way, the second best Freddy's ever looked, period, with the demonic Freddy at the end.
Awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. And I say second best because the best he's ever looked was Freddy 2. The best he's ever looked.
So fucking good. Because of the way this thing's jumping around, we skipped a couple here. So let me jump back in there. See where we were. Okay. Christopher Sampson says, "Hi dudes, you guys need to do the greatest hits of your career on YouTube. A lot of your content still makes me laugh and scream out loud. I wish you guys nothing but success and happiness." I love you, Chris.
Hey, thank you, Chris. That kind of sounds like a goodbye. We don't say we don't say goodbye here in Eternia. We say good journey.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's so much, and you know what? And here's what I'm going to say about that is that a lot of people complaining that there's not enough Michael and Loomis and stuff in Halloween Horror Month, and we've talked about that before. But we're getting ready to get very active on sites like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And I'm going to be taking a lot of old content and clipping it up into those greatest hits types of things. So we are on TikTok. Find us on there. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us there. I'm getting ready to kind of do that. But I love you, Chris. You're fucking sweet,
man. Appreciate you.
Good it up, baby. Robin Barker says, Robin Barker celebrates 16 months of it.
Wow, dude. Thank you, Robin.
16 fucking
legend
months, man. Needed this stream. I think Wham streams are the sole reason I'm still alive, to be honest. Haven't been doing well these last few months at all. Thanks, guys. Brother,
Hey, thank you, Robin, man. I appreciate you, dude. Holy fuck, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say about that, how to say anything, but I'm glad you're still here. I think everybody in the chat's glad you're still here, and thank you for tuning in and being a part of the community.
Yeah,
We
and I
miss
was
you.
dude, if you're in a bad place and you at least know in your heart and soul to go out and find things which I don't know why it's us, but like if you're smart enough to at least go find things that make you happy, you're gonna be all right, man. Keep down that path. Don't fucking give up. I know life gets fucking dark and life gets shitty, and it happens to me and Jay. It happens to all of us, but you're gonna be all right, brother. The horizon's always fucking there. Tomorrow might bring everything you ever wanted. Just keep fucking fighting, brother. Don't keep that same fucking attitude, man. We love you. Josh Yar says, sup, sluts, on vacation in New York from the UK. So getting to watch you guys at a normal time. Nice. So what do you think? Tucked in or tucked out?
Love tucked out. God damn, homie.
What y'all think? Tucked in or tucked out?
Uncle Ray Ray's got a surprise too.
Tiffany. Hey guys, is there a movie over time you've grown to love, horror or non-horror, and a movie you used to love but you've grown to dislike? And Rob Zombie movies aren't an option. Thanks for all you do. Thank you,
Tiffany. You just took away all my arsenal. A movie that I've grown to like. Well, we just talked about it. There's actually two, but I'll just stick to what I just talked about. I used to despise and hate Friday the 13th Part 5. I did not like it. I thought it was bullshit. I remember as a kid watching it for the first time, I was like, what the fucking cockamamie bullshit is this? That's not Jason Voorhees. That's a paramedic driver. How the fuck is he like that? How is he that super strong? But over time, after having watched it more and more times, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I like the whole reform school kind of thing, the vibe, the way, the atmosphere, the kills are great. I liked it for what it was. So that's a movie that over time I've grown to like. The other one that I didn't mention was Nightmare 4. I used to hate that one, but I grew to love Nightmare 4.
Yeah, I love Nightmare 4.
The one that I've grown to dislike, and I just kind of like when I watch it, I'm like, oh my god. That's a good question. Because there's several. I'm trying to narrow it down. That I'm bored of watching it when I watch it. Okay, this is controversial, and I'll say it because the reason why is I'm just burned out on it, and maybe it's because I watched it too many fucking times. I don't know. It's Saving Private Ryan. I love that movie. That movie is great. It's amazing, but it was so overplayed every fucking where you went and you watched and you saw it. It was on TV. It was everywhere. I love that movie. Don't get me wrong. But it kind of got to a point where I was like, all right, I already know what the fuck's going to happen. The motherfucker's going to die on the bridge and say, on this. And then, I don't know. Maybe it's just my fault because I watched it too many times. But I don't hate it. I just feel like there's long slogs through that movie, too.
Yeah. I think I'd go for a movie I used to love but have grown to dislike. I would have to go with many movies in the Marvel Universe. I feel like while they were, I found the Marvel movies to be very dated. Like when you're watching them and you're so excited to see what happens next, they're way more exciting. But now you go back and watch them and you're like, dude, I just want to go watch Endgame because I know where it all culminates and I know it's so great. Yeah. And this is just like a not as good lead up to that. Not every Marvel movie, but a lot of them.
Well, that's but that's because, that's a great sign of a storytelling though. It's like they let, so the ending of the book. It's like going back to your favorite chapter and be like, all right, well, I already know what's going to happen. So there's really no point in me reading this.
Right. Just poor staying power. If you think about like in current times, but as a movie I used to dislike, have grown to love. I had one in my head and I absolutely
probably Nightmare. Well, I was going to say it's Nightmare 3 for sure. You love Nightmare 3 now. You love it.
You're lying to everyone.
Suck Freddy's dick in that movie.
Stop lying to everyone.
Welcome to prime time, bitch. You love that
you're lying to them. I'll say, you know what? This is not the answer. I had a better answer in my head and I totally lost it. But I'll say a movie that I used to loathe and actually end up appreciating now, Scream 3. Scream 3 does not have what you want in a Scream movie for sure. But in today's day and age, going back and at least seeing Dewey in full form and seeing that continuation from Scream 2, I found it more nostalgic to go back and watch it now. So while I still see the problems with it, I enjoy Scream 3 a lot more than I used to. So I'll say that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I will never like that movie, but I'm glad you have. But I will say, Tiffany, you mentioned Rob Zombie's movies. There will never be a fucking day on earth that I will watch Halloween 2 and be like, this is a good movie. There will never be a day
It'll never happen.
that will ever occur. I could be in fucking knee deep dick fucking depression and be like, this really speaks to me.
Cool.
The first 20 minutes is the best of that goddamn movie in the hospital. That's it.
Cool moments though. No doubt about that. Not Sean Higginbotham says just the tip. Ouch, ouch, you're on my hair. Just the tip. Just a touch. Just a little bit. Love you, Sean Higginbotham. Kill the Boogeyman. Celebrate 6 months of membership. He said, let's go Dolphins. Fuck. Yeah. To be a Dolphins fan right now has to be a painful fucking experience, and I feel for you. Well, I kind of want the Dolphins to be good, dude. They're in Miami. They got those sweet jerseys, but
you know what you need to get is you need to get Ray Finkel on the case. That's what needs to save your team.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Yep.
Eric the Hess, thanks, buddy. Says Loomis and Chalice want to whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears while staring up at the stars, talking about what the future might hold.
That's a lovely fanfic. That's pure goddamn cockamamie dumb shit. Eric, you have too much time on your hands, and let me tell you something. Stop going to the smoke shop and buying mushrooms because they're rapidly deteriorating your brain cells. Nothing like that has ever occurred or happened, and it never will. You're disgusting.
I just think rather than whisper sweet nothings, I'd rather put things in holes. Of course he would. Under the starlight, not whispers, but
he's a walking, talking boner. Looks like a wiener.
Physical products. Big Ops Hall. All right. Sean says he celebrates 4 months of membership. Says Halloween ends. Should have never began. Now, I disagree, Sean.
I agree.
Halloween 2018 needs to exist in this earth. I love Halloween 2018.
I love Halloween 2018. Well, Halloween ends. I think just the film itself. There's no way that movie should have definitely gone back to formula. Back to formula. That's how David Gordon Green. He acted like Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man. If you dare disagree with him, back to formula. And because we don't really have this nailed down yet. You're gonna have goddamn Laurie Strode beat the shit out of Michael around the fucking kitchen and put a goddamn refrigerator on him, and then take him out to the fucking junkyard and disintegrate him. Fuck that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, new member Joe.
Thank
to
you,
the Kill the Boogeyman tier. Matt Roberts says, I asked you, we read that one anonymous. This is scary. You never know what an anonymous person's going to say. Just want to say, I love you guys. I wanted to ask if you guys were in charge of Marvel or DC, would you push for a versus movie between the two companies? Also, Kurt Russell would have been my dream casting for Wolverine. Dude, Kurt Russell could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. I agree with any casting of Kurt Russell. And fuck yeah, dude, they are missing out so bad. Superhero fatigue is at an all-time high. Why not? Why not? It's not like Frey versus Jason. Fucking smash those figures together, dude. Let's do Marvel versus DC. And I'm telling you, the whole world won't focus on anything else. They'll be so psyched. That's all they'll focus on.
If we were in charge of Marvel and DC or one of the, I think it would be cool to do it as a standalone type of film and see what would happen. And I think people would really get a kick out of it because then you could go into the Obligom universe where at one point, because I remember reading DC versus Marvel back in the 90s where they had these heroes facing off with each other, and eventually what happens, one of the moments in the comic book is that they combine the characters together, and then you get stuff like Dark Claw, which is a combination of Batman and Wolverine, and they all have their own unique origin stories. Or I think there's one called Super Soldier, which is a combination of Captain America and Superman. There's a lot of things you could play with, but I don't know I think a theatrical release of Marvel versus DC would be mega. It would be a huge hit. And then I would do little TV shows and shit, explaining what happens after. But yeah, but also some people would look at it like it's a death knell for those studios if you do a versus, because then it's we have no more ideas. We don't know what to do anymore.
See, for horror, I feel that way, but not those properties, because that would just be so huge, dude. It'd be so huge. Tell you to leave it. Thank you, buddy. He says, I was actually a stripper and a prostitute, aka in New York. Jay,
all right.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right, I knew it.
My pimp daddy Joe took 75%, so you making that comparison is very hurtful.
How dare you use my words against me? And I'm sorry that you suffered like that, and you sold your coochie on the streets of Siam for $1.
We come from a land down under.
It's I'm just trying to get my kids through school, and I needed Dunkin' Donuts, so I sold it for less than $5. Sorry about that, man. I gotta go pee though.
All right, enjoy a pipit time. Enjoy a pipit time. Let me start with Diana, who says, Mike and Jay, I hope you guys have a good week. Hey, we appreciate you, Diana. That was all the way at 12:49 fucking boom. Diana is a sweetheart. We love you, Diana. Appreciate you so fucking much. Run and Gun is a new member. Thank you, brother. Enjoy the sweets. And by the way, if you guys are interested in joining the members tier or the Patreon tier, this is the month to do it. Tons of shit. Every single intro you've seen, there's a full video to back it up on Patreon or for members. We just did our Final Destinations Bloodline commentary. That's on there. There's Chalice Loomis videos coming up. There is Myers Loomis video that we just posted. There is Slender Man. There is so much stuff coming and so much there. And over, again, 100 fucking hours of content on those things. So we appreciate you guys for joining them. Byron Hansen says, love you guys, been watching since 2015. I appreciate that, man. Sometimes these things make me feel old. It's like, God damn, we've been doing this that fucking long, but it just makes me more thankful for people like you. Thank you, brother. He also says, wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to Jason X and a follow of the story of Jason on Earth 2 and Rowan, the final girl, tracking him down. Pretty sure they did a comic. I think they may have. There's a ton of great Jason comics, and eventually, before we're dead and gone off this earth, we will cover those. But it did leave in a really interesting spot when Jason crash lands on Earth and what they could have fucking done with that. I would like to see that too, as much as I don't love Jason X. Andrew Morris, thanks, buddy. Says, evening, gents. Pitch your idea for the worst possible Halloween script. I'll wait for Jay on that one because I think you're going to want to hear his take on that for sure. Lewis said, Halloween Aftermath review win. I mentioned this earlier, but again, dude, it's just one of those things where we don't cover a lot of fan films because it feels wrong to truly judge just fans doing their best. And I haven't seen it, so I'm not saying it's not good, but it feels even wronger to do what some people do and sit and say everything's great when you don't really feel that way. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation, especially when there's so much drama within the fan film community. We've been entwined in that before. Just, it's not something, I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying it takes a lot to get to the point where we'll do one. Joe R says, hi, Mike and Jay. Any luck with identifying that Myers mask? Thanks for always saying, like, Joe, I'm sure you saw this by now. We showed that earlier. Ow! Fucking shit. Sorry. Fuck. I have an open wound.
Oh, Valtrex can solve that.
I just slapped the fuck out of my broken finger and it hurt a lot. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm bleeding. I'm not. But no, thank you, brother. He says, thanks for always making us laugh. We appreciate you.
Hey.
No luck, but we had a good time with it nonetheless. I was waiting on you for this one, dude. Andrew Morris asked, pitch your idea for the worst possible Halloween script. I'm thinking gender flip, Dr. Loomis, and a talking Michael. What's yours? It's funny because the Halloween 3D script we just did on the channel had kind of a gender flip Lewis, whereas Josie was the new Loomis.
Well, but Loomis died. I mean,
right.
To be fair, it was just a replacement for him, but it wasn't gender flipped.
That's true.
Fuck. Did my camera die?
No, I can see.
Okay, good. I think worst Halloween script idea: bring back Busta Rhymes as Dr. Loomis. Dr. Loomis is now Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes, listen, I was doing a TV show. I've been closer to Michael than anybody, and I whooped his ass in a garage with karate. I know about him. I don't think anybody else do. That's why I think I can take him down. So you have Busta Rhymes being the main protagonist throughout the entire film, and his whole goal is to go around collecting survivors of that night to take down Michael. And Michael has now been burnt to a crispy corpse chicken nugget sandwich in the morgue. He's escaped. He's out on the loose, but instead of doing what he do, he's like recovering in his house, like staring at a wall. And then when Busta Rhymes comes in, and that's where he's been the entire time, but there's all these unrelated murders, like maybe another serial killer is in this universe, and they've been hunting down the wrong guy, and they find out it's not Michael, it's just another dude that's been maybe dressing as Michael, and then they find the real Michael, and he's in his house, and he's got tears coming down his face because he failed his mission. And then Busta Rhymes has a moment where he talks to him, he's like, but you ain't like this for real. Just something about you that you could be better. And then he looks at Busta, and for a moment there's a flash of humanity, and then one of the survivors that he's collected, Busta Rhymes, kills him.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking terrible. I hate that, and I hate everything to do with it, and I don't like it at all. My worst.
That's a fan film coming to 2026.
Yeah, my worst would be a continuation of Halloween Ends, where we get Halloween Ends Laurie as new Michael Myers, wearing the mask and the overalls, Jamie Lee Curtis, and being like, I just really wanted to feel what it was like to be inside of my adversary, and her telling the media, I did all my own stunts because I wanted people to feel me, the true character of Halloween, as Michael Myers, and killing people as Jamie Lee Curtis, as Laurie Strode. I feel like we the fucking.
I think, and you know, her interviews would be like this, and I just really wanted to know, like, people to know, this is what happens when you push a woman to the edge. When you push a woman to the edge, we deal with childbirth, harassment, catcalls, and when finally the rubber band breaks, we get even. And that's not a person you want to fuck with.
The penultimate scene takes place on No King's Day, where we finally take it back. That's a joke, by the way. Don't misread me.
Someone's gonna, but Hollywood, some Hollywood writers like, fuck. I was going to use that. They've outed me.
Oh God, it's so bad, dude.
They could be like, the bitch gets even.
Most of the Zombie says, "What's up, guys? I went to a surprise screening at AMC yesterday, and it turned out to be Shelby Oaks. In my opinion, it's an 8 out of 10, and most of the movie was actually scary. Do you guys plan on watching it?" Chris Stuckman's Shelby Oaks.
I don't know who that is. Chris Stuckman. Is that
he does YouTube movie reviews.
I really never heard of him.
Shut up, Shay. You know who the fucking.
No, I know. I mean, I don't have any problems with doing a review. If we get to it, I don't know. I'm not jealous or anything. Fuck him. But I'm not jealous of anything.
I tried to see that at Fantastic Fest. The timing didn't work out. I'm definitely going to see and review the movie.
The trailer looked cool.
I thought I was not a fan of the trailer.
I said kinda.
To me, the trailer in itself, and I'm just talking about the trailer, has nothing to do with Chris or anything like that. But the trailer to me looked like one of those movies I get in my inbox all the time that are like, hey, would you like a screener for this movie? And you click on it, and in 30 seconds you see it's like low budget, but I have heard good things, so I'm gonna watch it, hopefully for the best. Hey, I think it'd be awesome if somebody who does YouTube,
from somebody from our community doing it is cool. I will say that. Like, I mean, they're like, jokes aside, I wish him the best. That's awesome. I love the fact that a horror fan that reviews horror movies got a chance to go out to Hollywood and show his stuff. I think that's cool, and you root for that kind of person. And I hope it's well received. I hope it does well, and we get more of that, because I like the idea that Hollywood is in some way looking at talent that's not in the normal places. It's not like nepotism kind of shit.
Right?
It's like I think it started for me was like when I saw Pony Smasher. He got Lights Out, which was an incredible film, and he was just doing short films on YouTube. I think that's cool.
I love the idea that they're going to fans and giving them a shot. I think that could be and I'm not talking about us. Somebody came up to me when I was at Fantastic Fest. It was like, so have you ever thought about because again, we talked about this when 3C was on. There's so many people that come up to you with those things like, so what do you do? How can you help me get my movie out there? And you're like, dude, I'm nobody, trust me. But one guy was talking, he's like, so have you ever thought about getting into it? I'm like, dude, no, like I actually not. I was a fucking insane music fan. And then I was in a band, and then I realized and I'm not saying movies are unspecial, but when I was in a band, I realized that it's not as special and magical as you think it is.
That's what happens. Yeah. Once you get behind the curtain, it kind of takes away the flavor a little bit.
Yeah. I realized how easy technically it was, and how not special it was. And I just don't ever want that to happen for movies.
I think that I to be honest,
why we don't make fan films.
Well, honestly. I think that we could. I think if someone optioned us to do like an honest to God serious script for Michael, we could probably write it. If we could brainstorm together, we could probably write a film that we both want to see. Not direct it though, not have anything to do with the technical side of it, but write the fucking thing and be like, here you go. You guys can, fuck with this all you want, but here's the movie that we want to see. But as far as like getting behind the camera and doing all that shit,
Yeah.
that really does remove the magic, I think, in a lot of ways. And I wouldn't want that responsibility, but I'm also a fucking lazy asshole. It's kind of like idle hands. It's like, yeah, we saw a light and shit, and it was like, but fuck that, that's too far.
Yeah,
That's why I stood around.
I would love to be a producer of movies, kind of like the GM rather than a coach of a football team.
Yeah,
I would love to be producer. That was, but like as far as directing a movie, and again, fan films the same way. I don't want to know how.
But
how
yeah,
the sausage
I
is
would love
made,
to have Chris on here to talk to him about it, because as a YouTuber and coming from the scene of being a YouTuber and how it is to just, produce a show on YouTube and make sure everything is, all the things are lined up.
Right.
And then moving from that and going into a Hollywood production where a lot of people are looking at you and they're like, what's the answer? What are we going to do? And you don't have any real experience being a director in that capacity. What's that fucking like mentally? Because that's got to be draining as shit.
And also, dude, like I like what we do. Like we've watched a movie is, me. It's what I do. So like I would hate to
what the fucking goddamn flex was that, you fucking Thanos?
What?
We watched the movie, it's me.
I didn't mean like I mean it's fucking my you know what I mean? Like it's my yeah.
But the way that you paused it, and you're like, we watched the movie is me.
When people say Mike.
Yes, I watched the movie.
Mike is we watched. No, I'm saying like, that
I know what you mean.
This what we do is I would never, ever, ever sell out what we do because I was afraid to upset people in the industry. Like, can I put it that way? Is that fair? I would turn down some really great offers to never have to be not true.
Well, there's too much, to be fair, and it's just being realistic. The responsibility of that shit is insane to me. Like, if you're just looking at it logistically, you are in charge of this multi-million-dollar project that studios have given you money to and said, make this a good big hit. And then you're also in charge of people's jobs because they're relying on you to do a good job because they don't want to get shut down or not make money. And then maybe you tap an actor or actress that's not known and they're hoping that this movie does well. And so you're responsible for that too. So there's just a lot of shit that goes on. I don't know. I think it's fun to watch the media and then absorb it versus like being behind the camera. Because also, by the way, we didn't ask Mike Nelson this, but as a fan of horror movies and then directing a horror movie, there's got to be some kind of disconnect that happens. Because you're like, when you go out, when you're done directing the movie, you're like, every time you see a horror movie, you're like, oh, I know what they did. I know what they did. That's what they did. That's how they did it. That's what they're talking about.
Even if it's not intentional, dude, even if it's not intentional, when you go out and you make friends with people, like, dude, if you put it just to be fair, if you made a movie, if you did fucking Shelby Oaks, right? If this was you that we're talking about right now, there's no way in fuck I would ever review that movie.
It would be about a vengeful ex that gets pumped up on Franzia and won't leave me alone.
So how could you ever trust us to be honest about, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's a weird lines crossing that it's great for the person doing it, but is it really great for your product?
Right there. Tomo's got it. Don't forget that you don't get to keep your IP of the studios now. That's 100% accurate. So if you come up with an original badass idea and that's like all you, but you can't get the funding to put it out because you know that not enough eyes are going to be on it, you'll have to go to a studio that's going to produce it and then they own all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Let me put it this way. And I was joking when I said we watched the movie is, it
was a joke.
No, I know. But
I thought you LeBron James it to me, so I took the assist.
No, what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying this about Stuckman at all, but for a lot of people who do this, what we do, it's a means to another end.
Yeah,
it's a means to an end. And to me, this and the community that we have is the thing. Like, it's not to try to get something else. Yeah, I do this because this is us. Like, we grew up in that. We've been doing this for 12 years. This is our life's work. Yeah. And this is the thing. It's not a means to get successful somewhere.
And by the way, we're not shitting on Chris and saying that he doesn't care about his YouTube audience or care about his YouTube career or whatever. And I say quotations because, I know that you make money doing it, but it's like people that work jobs that are like hard and fuck. I had when they compare it like careers. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we're just lucky to be able to do this. And but we're putting all our passion and efforts into this channel. I love this channel. I love doing this channel. I love talking about horror movie news, about horror movies, just like shooting the shit. That's fun for me. So there's no end goal in my mind that's like, I'm going to use this as a stepping stone to go do something bigger or better after this. So,
exactly. And again, not saying Chris is doing that. Everybody has their own dreams. And
he's 100% doing that. Chris
but
Stuckman's
for me, my goal is for this channel with me and you to be the best it can be. And
my goal right now is for us to finally crack 200,000 subscribers. And maybe one day.
And I don't care if it fails. I don't care. That was the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to write YouTube. It's like, can I get a plaque for that? Can we just get a plaque?
That was the thing, man. The main thing's the main thing. And most of the time he says, oh, I just read that. Excuse me. We're really good at our jobs, and that's the point. Cinderod says, hey guys, you seen the Terrifier arcade game, 2D side scroller, but no Lavorne Lavera, unfortunately. The demo is available though.
Oh, Eric
2D
Hess get pissed.
2D side scrollers are fun, man. I love what they do with Halloween and Evil Dead. It has a shelf life, obviously, but like I have not seen it.
Probably haven't either. Is it like a fan made thing? Because the only 2D side scroller games that are coming out that I'm interested in is Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which looks fucking awesome. Kind of like remember the old school X-Men arcade? It's like that.
Yeah, those are the best,
and then they have Terminator No Fate, which is going to be fucking phenomenal, dude. Oh my god, I can't. That's day one for me. Day one. I think it was going to be offered on Xbox Game Pass. If you don't, you sell your soul and your ass for $30 a fucking month. So fuck that. I'll just buy the game. It's like $30. Then you can own it.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of games.
Oh, Cinderella said it's official. He said it's official.
Oh shit, my dick's
cool, man.
official. It's my official dick. Bootscoop Boogie says a little bit late, but I'm here now. How are you two?
When you ask that question, Bootscoop, why do I think that you're looking at us in the way that your PFP is? You're like, how are you? You're like our therapist.
Seriously, I know you're fucked up, but tell me.
You come in with your Hawaiian type shirt. I don't know what that is. You're like the laid back Robin Williams of Good Will Hunting, and you're like, I don't care about anything. How are you? And you sit there like this, and you're like, what's going on?
I like that someone's just generally like, hey, how are you guys? How's things? So we're like, what are you?
I think that's maybe it's a little bit of a nod to what we were talking about earlier. I don't know how long you've been watching, but he was like, does anybody just ask Michael, how are you? And not just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Good, man. Good. Kids
shriveled and always to the left, but same old.
Kids are getting older, middle of the school season. I you know what? I'm basically a children's Uber driver is basically who I am. It's not just Wham. I just drive kids around to different locations all day. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Andrew Graziosa says, hey guys, I hope you're well. Do you plan on seeing Shelby Oaks? Saw it last night. Honestly, really didn't like it, but curious to hear your thoughts on it. What I can promise you is when we review it, we'll review it honestly. We'll give an honest take, and I hope it's great. I think it'd be great for Chris.
When's that coming out?
Great for everyone. This week. I think it's this week's big release.
Oh shit, Chris! Sorry, my theater's not playing it.
Well, some aren't. Honestly, like some aren't.
I'm kidding. I'll watch it if I get a chance to watch it for sure.
No,
he said that on StreamYards.
Oh, you did, you sick son of a bitch. Wild Willie says, had a great birthday week. Cowboys beat the rivals, Redskins. Oh, fuck. Sorry, the Commanders. Made money on football. Beat Mike and he did. He beat my ass in fantasy football. And NBA starts tonight. Dude, I have such a hard time getting into the NBA. 183 game season or whatever. It's like, dude, you can't count on these people to be given their
but NBA would
the playoffs.
NBA is a lot easier, in my opinion, to follow than fucking baseball. Don't they have 1,000 games a year?
Yeah, like
in a regular season of baseball, it's like 1,000 fucking games or something.
Is it 83? It may just be 83 for. I know baseball is like 186 games, maybe, but still, it's so many games, dude.
Did they add more to the NBA?
I don't know. That's a lot, though. It's a fucking lot.
My nostalgia only goes back like for the early 90s when the Bulls were on top, and then you had like the Bullets.
162 games.
162, yeah.
Oh, God damn,
Nate, what the fuck did you do?
You ate yourself white.
God damn. Is that Loomis? That's Loomis. After
it was like us in 20 years. Still
it's a gastric bypass surgery that didn't work. Look like fucking fat egghead.
Hey, happy birthday, Wild Willie, and congratulations on the fantasy football win and on your Cowboys winning. Yeah.
Well, hey, let me ask you a question before we get on to the next one. What's one sport that you wish you could get into but you just can't? Like you just can't do it. Hockey. Yeah, I was going to say hockey too. Someone just said NHL 82. Robin Barker was 82 for NHL. That's what gave me the idea. I would love to fucking be able to get into that shit, but I can't see the goddamn.
Basketball is 82 games.
Oh, okay,
it's a lot.
Stacey James would know. He looks like a manager from Jerry Maguire, like for an NBA player with that outfit. But no, I'm gonna say, but like, yeah, NHL is one of those. I would. I can't see the fucking puck when I'm watching it on TV.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I can't.
Dude,
I can't see it.
It's so hard.
See it.
You like to drink. You like to drink when you watch your sports, and watching hockey, you're like, oh fuck, where's it going? And it's like soccer. Are we ever gonna fucking score a goddamn point or what?
At least I can see the fucking ball in soccer, but even then, I'm like, I don't know what's going on because I'm not familiar with the positions, so I just don't know what's going on. But I guess for me personally, as an American, it would be NHL. Like, I wish I could get into that shit, but I can't.
Same. Read this one, and then I gotta go. Pete Dean Cream Betweens, back before he was white, said NBA back on NBC reminds me of the 90s and Jordan. Dude, I didn't know about that until tonight. I'm so excited to go and watch that because I bet that does feel fucking awesome. Remember about like the Heat and the Knicks and playoffs.
Who's your favorite? Who was your favorite basketball player from the early 90s that's not Michael Jordan?
That's not Michael Jordan?
You can't pick Michael Jordan. You can't pick Scottie Pippen. You can't pick the fucking Bulls. I already know mine.
Fuck, there's a lot of great goddamn players from that. Clinton said Allen Iverson.
You can't look at the chat. Just give me your thoughts.
I mean, Kobe was in the 90s, so it would be Kobe.
Early 90s, not mid 90s. Early 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
What? you threw that out of your ass. No, it's not.
He was great. Hakeem Olajuwon was great.
I think my favorite player was Clyde Drexler. I just love that fucking dude. I don't know why. I just loved him. He looked so unassuming, but he was badass, and I liked it.
He was a fucking badass. I gotta pee, dude. I gotta pee. We're at 8:20 p.m. with Michael Parton.
Okay.
I gotta pee so bad. It hurts so bad. My dick. I got no dick.
What happened? The sex change didn't work. Michael Parton says, I think James Gunn's Superman was very toyetic. I know what you're saying. It definitely felt very plastic and very safe. So I get what you're saying. And I feel like that the reason why that happened is because they wanted to distinguish itself so far from Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder's film, that they went that direction. But I know what you're saying. It was still a decent film, but I exactly, toyetic is it's a good descriptor. We have Lord of Dogtown. I love you, boys. FMK. Fuck, marry, kill. Well, you know what? I'll wait, Lord of Dogtown, because you look very serious in your PFP, and you want to make sure this question is answered correctly. So we'll come back to you, and because that's going to be a question for both of us. We also have Space Ghettos 93. There's a lot of ghettos up there in space. You guys don't even know about it. Hey guys, Adriana King just wished me a happy birthday on Facebook, and it meant more to me than for my own ma. Anyway, later, bitches. Roll. And he has a wheelchair emoji. All right, congratulations, Space Ghettos. I'm glad that made your year. That's great. And good for you. I mean, I don't know what to say. Keep flying. We have Viz Wizard. The only right answer is the VHS cover of The Thing, created by the legend Drew Struzan in under 24 hours. The Thing's cover is very impressive. It's very impressive because it's so simple, but yet there's so much going on that cover that it draws the eye. So you're right. And again, as far as it being number one, I don't know. There's a lot of covers that came out during the 90s that was really good, but it's up there, or late 80s or early 80s. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's up there. We have Robin Barker. Oh, we've read that one. Crazy Saint. Mike J, I'd greatly appreciate your opinions on some of my mask works on the gram. Crazy Saint. Not asking for a ton of time, just a kind of look-see. Smiley winky face. Peace out. Oh, no, that's not a rock and roll emoji. No. By the way, we have Lord of Dogtown here saying, I love you boys. Fuck, marry, kill. Mila Kunis, Gal Gadot, Danielle Harris. P.S. Christopher Walken back on a Wham skit? Maybe.
Oh yeah, got to get Cody in there. Maybe if Courtney stops sending him.
By the way, Chris, I'm just joking with you. I'm joking. We just have limited time, and we're trying to get to everything. Maybe next stream we'll check it out. But I'm just saying. might not have a lot of time. But so fuck, marry, kill. Mila Kunis, Gal Gadot, Danielle Harris. So you go first.
All right. I'm gonna kill Danielle Harris. No offense, Danielle Harris. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna marry Mila Kunis and do the dark stuff with Gal Gadot. Yeah,
I'm gonna.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna fuck Danielle Harris. I'm gonna marry Gal Gadot because she's a warrior. She's Wonder Woman. She served in the IDF.
You're gonna kill Kunis, dude. You're gonna kill Kunis.
Listen, she knows how to handle herself. I'm gonna kill Mila Kunis because what was going on with Ashton Kutcher and that other motherfucker from that 70s show and them covering for him, that rapist bitch, they all knew. Fuck that. They all knew that cocksucker was like into no good, and they're all Scientology weirdos. I'm not into that.
Hey, I appreciate.
You're hot as fuck, Mila Kunis. You are without a doubt one of the sexiest women I've ever seen in my life. And I like Black Swan because you made out with Natalie Portman. I like that for that reason. But the fact is, you into some weird shit. You into some weird goddamn Vanilla Sky, fucking eyes wide shut, weird shit. And I'm not into that. That's weird. That's some
I will say I appreciate Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher because they have a whole ass business to stop like predatory child behavior. So for that, like I know that they did the weird shit with the friend.
I don't know because that's why
to me they've done way more good. Than
I think that the reason why it shadows over all of that because they went to defend this motherfucker, and they're all part of the Scientology cult. Like it's weird, like And again, Mila Kunis is one of the hottest women I've ever seen in my life, without a doubt. But again, she's a part of that whole covering it up thing.
I don't know if they're into that. Are they actually Scientologists?
Yeah, I think Ashton Kutcher is.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So I just know that they have a program that like actually stops child trafficking. I think that's pretty cool.
Sean Higginbotham says butt stuff as he screams as his wife pegs him. We like that. Thank you for giving us that reveal.
Happy International Women's Day.
Joe R. Jay, my wife is a huge Halloween fan and loves Michael. She used to work in the mental health field. As Loomis, can you roast her? Joe R's wife. That's very special and nice and so giving of you to spend your time dealing with these cuckoos over the cuckoo's nest at the mental health facility. Because God knows they need them. But at the end of the day, you're also an idiot. You're a stupid idiot because you know what's going to happen. If one of these cocksmokers get out, if they get out and they drive a car to a few miles down the road to a goddamn town and they murder people, do you think you're going to be able to hide from the long-armed dick of the law? They're going to look right at you and say, what did you do wrong? Rather than the monster that escaped. They're going to blame it on you, you dumb, dirty titty. Yeah. They're going to blame it on you. So do yourself a favor. Quit. I hope your 401k is intact. You can't help these fuckers. They're nasty. They smell like shit and they eat their poop. No good. We have Dean Cream Betweens. I lost weight and turned white. Damn. How do we look? It definitely is.
It's so you.
You look very light.
So you.
Jacob. Happy belated birthday, Mike. Aftershock was sick. Got front row for both Blink and Alkaline Trio. Damn. I was beat the fuck up after though. Lol. Props to the homies that went for all 4 days. By the way, I'm just gonna say my reading skills are impressive because I've been drinking a lot and I'm able to follow all that shit. I couldn't. Love you, dudes. New song, Spooky Shit, dropping 10/28.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, Jacob, check out his band. Awesome, dude. I'm with you, by the way. I can't do those festivals, dude. If I did one of those festivals, I would have to pay the stupid amount to like stand to the side. I watch them on the internet and I'm like, dude, you had to sit through fucking Minnie Mouse and goddamn fucking 1,300 shit fucking bands to see Blink. And I could not imagine holding the place in the fucking line like that the entire time. But I bet it was an experience. Love you, Jacob.
I don't do concerts. Thanks. Take it or leave it. Says, for your information, Jay, The Long Walk is streaming now. No problem, bro. Thanks, man. I didn't ask, but
Jay's favorite movie ever.
I'll leave it. Take it or leave it. I'll leave it with your suggestion. I've seen it.
Jay's favorite movie of all time.
You shut your fucking whore lips, spewing their venom. Joe R became a member. It said it twice, so he became a member twice. We appreciate that. He has a great
Joe.
He has a great PFP. I love that flash. Joe R says, Jay, my wife's name is Kim. I forgot to mention that in my previous super chat. Yeah, okay. Kim Kardashian, what are you saying? I don't care. Michael Parton says, would you all see Chris Pratt as a gay Dracula? Rainbows, all sorts of vampire. I mean, here's the thing. Chris Pratt's not ever going to do that because his religious beliefs are going to prevent him from doing that. So no, I mean,
Chris Pratt hates gay people.
He doesn't hate gay people. He hates their lifestyle.
No, Jay. Breaking news. Chris Pratt hates the gays.
That's not true because I don't know what his lawyers look like. So
he just hates gay people.
I got sued. I'm not going to say no. Would I like to see him as a gay Dracula? Michael, why the fuck would I care? Oh shit, my battery died.
Oh, right. He's frozen. He's frozen.
Now it's time for you to do it. We are at 9:35.
Okay.
No, it's at 9:43.
Emotionless Zombie says it's crazy to think that both the Conjuring universe characters' lives were more at stake than the Black Phone 2 characters. Dude, that is the thing with the Black Phone 2. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but they conjuring it up. They got too in love with their characters and scared to do anything. And I'm so fucking mad right now, dude, because like, honest to God, all the responses, Twitter, whatever, to my Black Phone 2 takes are like, it was a masterpiece. I'm like, no, dude, it wasn't. We have this terrible, terrible thing going on in modern horror right now where we hype up the most basic shit. And every fucking script has to be about trauma and deep looks at, and it's fucking Hallmark simple shit. Back in the 80s and 90s, we would handle those same traumatic situations and those same growth moments by just, hey, trust the audience to understand this character's going through some shit without having a 20-minute goddamn soliloquy about, oh my God, he's smoking weed. The Black Phone 2 was hugely disappointing to me for that. It was a good movie, could have been great, but instead they were trying to make it an elevated horror when it could have been a fucking blast. And that's,
God damn, dude. I changed that battery. It's not like fucking doing the board game Operation. you put the wrong. Oh!
It's a thing. Yeah.
Like
hey, maybe you can find. I have one for this. That's like never mind. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. For sure. Robin Barker, thank you, buddy.
Hey, thank you, Robin.
Stu 1VP came member. Thank you, buddy.
We like that.
Child of the Calm, good to see you, sir. He says, I'd watch Michael shed a tear in Halloween 5 over Jason X any day.
Goddamn, child.
Same.
You are hanging out way too much in the cornfields to say that. How dare you? A ponytail Michael that cries when Danielle Harris says, Uncle, versus like Jason X. You can have problems with it, but he's still Jason. What are you talking about? Come on, man. When he takes his mask off and you see his stupid cheekbones and he does that like Native American teardrop, like when, like back in the old days of the commercial, when the littering bug threw out the garbage on the street and then the fucking Native American was like,
he's sad.
And they had that one. Oh, fuck that, dude. Like, come on. Jason X.
Don't be sad.
No, Jason X, I swear to God, what do you always say? It's going to be a master, like what you say about BVS.
What I say about BVS is that it'll stand the test of time, and in like 20 years, people will appreciate it.
No, you think, you call it a masterpiece.
I think BVS.
I don't think Jason X is going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, I think
it's going to be one of those movies that will grow with time and love. You watch Halloween 5, you're like, what the fucking gay shit is this?
I would take Halloween 5 over Jason X any day of the cocksucking week. I'm sorry, I just will. I will. That's how I feel. Suck it. Lost Boy Bios says, I saw Shelby Oaks. It was scarier than Black Phone 2 and Conjuring 4 put together. To be fair, that's not saying a lot. Neither of those films. Black Phone 2 is scarier than Conjuring 4 for sure. I didn't like the trailer at all, but I left the theater very unsettled. Good. I'm glad to hear that, dude. I'm hoping that I like it a lot. Because I was not impressed with the fucking trailer either, dude. At all. Yeah. Ryan Porter, Halloween story time of young Mike and Jay together. You mean like
the only there was no like well, dude, one of my fondest memories of us when we were kids, when we were up and coming in the world of the worlds, it was going. My brother went to sleep because I think my brother Cody had invited Mike over to stay the night, and he'd gone to bed early, so Mike and I were up and hanging out. We went downstairs and we fingered each other's butts. No, we went downstairs and we watched Spawn, the animated series on HBO. That was fun. And I think and then I think we did Tales from the Crypt or something like that. And we were like, just stayed up, just talking and shit about horror movies. And like, but I remember like watching Spawn, the animated series with Mike when it was like brand new, like the newest episode. And it was really fun.
Best, it's not a Halloween tied memory, but I remember one night after a long night of playing basketball and swimming in the pool, I watched the first Nightmare movie I'd ever seen with Cody and Jay, and it was Nightmare 3. And I'm like, dude, can we please just start with the first one? Like, I want to be scared out. And they're like, trust me, the third one's the best one. And to this day, they're wrong. But I watched it and enjoyed it.
No, you know why we told you that? Because the reason why we told you that is because we rented the third one. Mike and Cody and I were already advanced and ready to go. I'm sorry that you were left behind, and we were like, hey, catch up. You're on the short bus.
It's okay. You had a bad opinion about movies, and just own it and just be like, hey.
All right, Rob Zombie Halloween 2 coming out of the theater.
That was 24 hours. I love it. All right. For
Shut
24 hours, I love the movie. It literally, it's
I'll
about
boomerang
trauma.
that shit back to your crack.
No, I was basically in Stockholm syndrome because the movie sucked so fucking much. Dude, I thought H2 was great the first time I saw it.
I didn't even see the movie with him, and Cody told me, he was like, dude, Mike's like the greatest Michael Myers movie I've ever seen. It's Michael, like out of the theater, fresh.
I did. I've been open about this. God damn it! When I watched Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, it was basically Stockholm syndrome. I walked out of the theater and I thought it was the coolest fucking thing I'd ever saw in my life. Took my wife to see it at the drive-in the next night, and 20 minutes in, I was like, "What is this shit?"
Yeah,
I was like, "This is fucking terrible."
It's like about bad fucking opinions though, and like right off the bat, you were like, "Pretty good, pretty good."
I own that one. That was true. I did do that shit. But one of the greatest, my favorite memory of being young is that we'd spend all day outside playing basketball, playing in the pool. We'd be tired as fuck. We'd be inside. We'd watch some horror movies together. But what was funny is Cody used to get pissed because Cody would go to sleep earlier, and me and Jay would end up hanging out and like looking at comic books and shit like that. And about 3-4 a.m., we'd be like, "Hey, let's go fuck with Cody." So one night, one of us got he was sleeping, and one of us got underneath his bed. Like, I think I got underneath his bed, and I was like fucking punching his bed and shit like that. And he'd wake up and be like, "What the fuck?" And then Jay, like, I think one time he like wiped the booger on his face while he was sleeping.
I don't know if I did that.
I know I was under the bed. I know that. So I was like hitting him, and it was like, "What the fuck?" And then you'd be like fucking with him on top.
Well, we all had sex. Well, we also used to call a radio station 104.5 The Cat, which was our local radio station. And we would, because they used to have this thing where because we'd have the radio on or whatever, and they would be playing the latest, greatest hits of the day in the 90s. And we would and they were like, "Hey, if you guys have any suggestions or if you just want to talk or whatever, call in." And they would give the number. And Mike and I called, and we were like just usually doing it to fuck with him. But the DJ, actually took us seriously. Yeah. And this guy, there was something weird, nefariously going on because we called him and he sent us a fucking in the mail. He sent us like a handwritten letter to my house. Name was
Richard Schick or something.
It was something weird, and he wanted to invite us to his studio to hang out.
Yeah,
and it was just so weird. It was like we were calling this motherfucker, like we were like 13 years old, maybe 12 and 13. We were calling this motherfucker and like talking to him at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and this guy wanted us to come to the studio at that time to hang out with him.
Yeah, so
I was like, what the fuck?
To paint the picture for you guys, some of you guys might not know. Back in the day, the radio station had a phone number, and you could literally call it. And we would do it all the time. And like, we would be like, and they would let us on the radio. We'd be like, "Can you please play Mo Money, Mo Problems?" And then we'd be like, "P. Diddy's the bomb, yo." And like, they would play it and shit like that. Cause it was like a pop radio station. But eventually this guy got used to us calling. And I remember one night we stayed up.
He tried to Epstein us. He tried to like take us away on an island. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, dude, we stayed up all night. We were calling the radio station like 5 a.m. And yeah, Jay and Cody received a handwritten letter asking for parents' permission to let us come and like spend the day with him in the studio. And I think my mom was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, it was the weird. Yeah, dude,
that.
because it was so weird. Like again, like Mike said, it was a handwritten note, and the envelope came, and the guy had how you send mail. He wrote his name, or he wrote the radio station's name and all that shit, and it was like it looked legitimate.
It had a letterhead,
but the letter, yeah, it was legitimate, and the fucking letter though was like 3 pages or 2 or 3 pages. It was deep. This fucking guy fell in love with us. He wanted to see our butts or something. I don't know what it was.
Thank God we have parents to protect us, because we totally could have been like,
and this was
on the
this
news.
was like, this was like pre-internet days. This wasn't like, oh, are your kids going on nefarious sites and talking to me? This was like calling into a radio station. Maybe that guy had like pure. Maybe he was just going to give us a bunch of swag.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably actually the saddest thing ever. Because like, what if he was like just a pure-hearted dude who was like, "Hey man, these kids love the radio DJ game, and I just want to be a good person."
Well,
we're sitting here today, 20 years later, talking about him like he's a fucking pervert.
I don't know what I don't know what the motivation would be though. Like, come hang out with me at my studio, 12 and 13-year-olds, boys. I like to see that. That would be fun. Like, you guys can do the show with me.
We're talking about him like he was fucking Pennywise.
Maybe he was. Maybe, hey, dude, if we had gone though, he was like, "Hey, take off your pants and you guys can be radio stars." Like, all right, well, there better be a radio stardom in here.
We would have done it too. That's probably why our parents didn't let us go. Austin says, Jay, you ever seen Cosmic Ghost Rider? Did you know that it's Frank Castle who died, made the Rider deal, became a Galactus Herald, and makes Joker seem sane?
I know, yeah, dude, he's badass. I know. There's a storyline called Thanos Wins in the Marvel comic books world. It's a standalone title. It doesn't really tie into anything mainstream. But yeah, in this particular scenario, this particular alternate reality, Thanos actually wins. He beats Galactus, but before he beats Galactus, after Silver Surfer went missing, he imbues Frank Castle, which is the only or the last survivor on Earth, after Thanos has done his bidding, with the power cosmic, and Frank Castle becomes the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and over time starts losing his fucking mind. And it's crazy. At the end of all of it, he's like now Thanos' servant. It's because he can't die.
You fucking nerds. Nicholas says, "Hey, you gorgeous munchkins, so stocked for the Halloween game. Stoked. Love you guys. Both you guys bring me so much joy, a little too much joy." So what he's saying is,
are you the radio DJ that we were just talking about?
Likes to let out his wiggles watching the show. No, I appreciate that, Nicholas, for sure.
Thank you.
I'm excited too, dude. We're gonna play it. And I hope it's fucking great.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to be in person to do it, but it would be fun to be able to do that, like where we both can play. It'd be fun if you were the killer or I was the killer, and then you were the survivor, and then we had to like do the whole thing. That would be fun because we can talk shit to each other.
That and the Hellraiser game are gonna be so fucking fun, man. Byron says, "Seen Blumhouse's Insta post about Halloween Kills."
What'd they say? They're like, all you assholes that don't like the ending where we were on the merry-go-round of kills, you don't know film.
I'm looking. I don't.
Byron, what's that? What's the? I know it's P Diddy, but what's the left one of your PFP? That's not the Joker. I just want to know.
I went through a couple days of their post and I don't see anything, Byron. I apologize. Stu 1VP, thank you, buddy.
Hey man, thank you, dude.
You know, and just we haven't done it, and I just want to.
Come on now, more margaritas. Great ass.
We should probably just start reserving that for orange donuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. Like, hey lads, can you think of any unintentionally funny moments in an otherwise awesome film? Asking because when Father Damien stops exercising Raymond and just starts wailing on her, it cracks me up. It's like he said, "Oh fuck it, dude, you had the best one right there."
That's really good, dude. Holy shit, to top that one, I don't think I can do. I will say, I remember watching, and I always felt like, God damn, like this guy fucking hates that motherfucker. In Halloween 5 as a kid, when Loomis just takes the fucking chain and starts beating the piss out of Michael nonstop. Like, die! I'm like, are you supposed to be like a doctor? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're Lou Ferrignoing the shit out of him. And like that was, I laugh every time I see that scene with Michael when Loomis grabs Lori, or I'm sorry, Jamie. He's like, "You want this, Michael? You want this? Come here. You want this?" And then when Michael's like, "Okay," and he's like, "Die, bitch!" And he like takes it and fucking chains that motherfucker like nonstop for like 5 minutes. I think that shit's funny as hell.
I would say every single there's so many moments like that in specifically the Halloween franchise, specifically with Loomis. Like when Lonnie walks up to the door and Loomis is like, "Get your ass away from there." He's like, "Ugh.
Get your ass away from there." And then he like, and then the fucking camera pans back. And he's like, he smiles, and then the sheriff he's like, "Oh,
dude, that would actually be Stu. That would be there would be an entire Scream had it like 1,000 times with Stu, but like there'd be that you could do a top 10 video of those. Like,
well, I could throw an easy one in there too. Freddy versus Jason, where the girl's like, Freddy died by fire, Jason by water. How can we use that? And like when I watch that scene, I'm like, are you being for real? Are you being for real, or is that is that intentional? And then I realized, no, you're being real, and that makes it worse and cringy, but funnier that you're being real. You thought that line was going to hit.
There's a couple moments, and we talked about it earlier, the movie Primate coming out in January. There's a couple moments like that in that too, where she's like, "It's like he's killing us." Like, yeah, bitch, we know. Like, we can see him killing you. Like, there's so many. Yeah, that's a great question, dude. Well, Willie said, "Are y'all going to finish the Halloween game on?" Yes. Eventually, we will.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, there's a single player storyline. 100%. What? Oh no, he's talking about the other one, the Patreon.
Yeah, the one we did. Yeah, we will finish it. I think next Patreon stream that we're in person, what we'll do, I've already decided, dude. I'll go ahead and play through the game up to the point that we were.
No, don't do that.
I'll pause it where we were, and then we can try to kill off Michael Myers together. Because that shit was fucking hard, dude. It took like an hour and a half.
I know, but I think that was an IQ test, and we failed. We're like Forrest Gump.
We'll help you out with that too. We know a thing or two about a thing or two. We can start it again.
So, if you guys don't know, for Patreon, last stream, we did a really cool thing. We played, was it a fan-made Halloween game? Right?
Yeah.
It's fan-made.
And by the way, the replay is available. If you join Patreon, you can watch the whole thing.
It was really funny. It was really fun. But I don't think this game was designed to take as long as we took. We kept fucking up, but it was still fun. So that's what Mike is referring to, and while Willie as well. Yeah, I would love to. I want to finish it. I don't think we should. Look, listen, I come from the Halo 3 days. You got to finish the fight.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, actually. You know what? Next time we know where we're at. We'll start from the beginning and we'll just run through that shit. Wade's Movie World said, "Hey, one way, dudes. I love Black Phone. I love both Black Phone movies. Superman 2025 had maybe 4 good moments. If they ever did a movie about you both, who would you want to play you?" For me, I would have said back in the day, I would have said Ryan Reynolds, but I'm uglier and fatter now, so I don't see that being believable whatsoever. If anybody was ever going to play me in a movie, fuck, dude, I'd go. You know what? Because like Hollywood makes fuck off, dude. Hollywood makes everybody way prettier than they were, so I'll take Chris Pratt, even though that's just insane to say, because obviously it's Chris Pratt. But I'll say that. What about you?
I was James Gunn. He's my hero. No,
you better dye your hair white, motherfucker.
No, I think that the only answer to that would probably be Charlie Day.
Yeah,
I think Charlie Day could do it. I think Charlie Day would play me, and Jason Sudeikis would play you.
I would take that. I would happily take that in a fucking heartbeat. That's a good question, but it always makes you feel like an asshole when you answer it, because it's like, really, dude, you think you're gonna be fucking?
I mean, nobody's ever gonna make all that's gonna happen is a documentary about how you two can consume a life.
Yeah, my luck, it'll be Tori Spelling.
Yeah.
Pop Addis, what is the worst, most embarrassing ways to die? A, getting impaled in the outhouse, or B, getting eaten by a T-Rex while on the toilet?
Good question.
Easily it's getting impaled. There's no shame in getting fucking deaded by being eaten by a T-Rex. That's kind of a badass way.
Because you're not going to leave anybody. You're not leaving behind the evidence.
Yeah,
like if you're impaled, like you're halfway, you're half through your shit. Yeah, and like your turd is probably still like dingleberrying out of your butthole. And when the coroner pulls you off the toilet, it'll hear that plop as the poop comes out. The T-Rex like eating you. Like there's no evidence left. Yeah, just being impaled on the toilet is got to be the most embarrassing way.
Like, by the way, I actually said David Harbour for Mike. It's like it's just to really key on your fat era.
David Harbour. No, what do you? That's a great compliment. David Harbour's a good looking dude.
I take it personally. Fine. By the way, check it out. Guess what?
Come on now, more margaritas.
You look like a T-Rex. Your arms look so tiny. Lee the Machine Bowers with a big fucking super chat. Thank you, brother.
Hey, bro.
Lee says, hey, fellas, Loomis, you and Chalice need a night out with hot dogs and Boilermakers. Don't forget to wear your Speedos.
Jesus Christ, Lee, your obsession with wieners and phallic objects without saying, God damn. What are you talking? I'm not going to go out with Speedos with Dr. Chalice anywhere, and especially not eat hot dogs for your pleasure. You want to watch two grown men eat hot dogs and like give you goddamn winky eyes? What are you talking about? I'm not doing that ever. Put your hat back on. It's disgusting.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
You look like a peanut.
Listen, what's your problem? There's a bright light above my head. Okay, it's not my fault that it shows the balding extra good.
I don't care about your balding. You look like a peanut.
I'm a doctor. And what I'd like is nothing more than to go out and have some peanuts and some hot dogs with my best friend, Dr. Loomis. He's always working.
I'm not your best friend. I've never been.
You're my best friend. You're my best friend.
I don't want to be your
That's
best
not what
friend.
we told those hookers in San Diego.
I never even taught a hooker in San. What are you saying? Liar.
Oh, sorry, that was your mother. You listen.
My mother's dead, you cocksucker. Did you dig her corpse up?
This was before then, so
you look like a type. You
there's
look
no
like
reason.
a type.
You know, when two men get together and they're best friends, like me and Dr. Loomis are, when he takes a break from hunting, I'm hunting things too. By the way, I'm hunting.
You're hunting a cure for foot fungus. I'm hunting. Look at you.
Where I put my PhD, I can't find it, but it's there. I swear to God, I own it. I'm hunting tail a lot, and I like to go to a movie or a baseball game with my best friend. And that's
find one and then tell me about it, because I'm not your best friend.
He likes to joke. He likes to joke.
I'm not no joking. I don't even like you.
But we're best friends, and
you smell like feet and vomit. I don't want to be around you.
Well, that might be true, but the truth is, at the end of the day, you get together with a male, and you're both men, and you both like female company.
You sound like a drunk basketball coach. I don't like.
You ignore your kids. You ignore your kids together, and you have some Miller High Lifes, and you have a party, and that's what we do. We have parties because we're men, and I love that. Men do
more than just have parties. God damn.
Oh well, I had a party inside of your sister the other day, and that was
great. She's dead too. Necrophilia.
Now.
Nasty.
Now.
Wait, Lee, thank you, man. You always come in with the wildest scenarios, but we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, man.
Is that really Mike's hair? It's growing back, slut. All right, I shaved it. I'm sorry. All right, it's growing back.
In Mike's defense, I was there with him over this weekend. It's not bad. Mike's right. The light makes it look way worse.
The light makes it look way fucking worse than it does. All right, my hair's growing back.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Give me a break.
What are you doing?
Give me a break.
Are you going to let it grow back in and just not ever do that?
Oh yeah, I'm never shaving that shit again. I can tell you that right fucking now.
Yeah,
that was a mistake. That was a full-on mistake, and I'm pretty upset about it, and I will be for the next several months.
Well, dude, I always remember, like, I remember I shaved my head. I was like, I'm proud of it. It's fine. I'm just gonna put it out there, full genitalia. Nobody, I don't care. First fucking stream I did, I took my hat off. And even before the show, it was like, oh, you're just going to let it all lay out there, huh? I'm like, well, we're not starting off on good footing. So as I did that, and then I saw multiple super chats, or just comments that were like, Jesus Christ, I ain't seen a haircut that bad since I shaved my cat's ass and made it walk backwards. And then I saw another one, and that was a funny, like, haha. And then I saw another one was like, Jay, it's like you made a mistake shaving your head. And that was like serious. That was like dad talk. And then Another one was like, why did you do that? And I was like, well, you know what? I'll just fucking be bold on stream one day. I'll just lose all my shit and I'll just be bold on stream. All right, I'm just gonna go exclusively to hats and never take it off.
Yeah. So I had a midlife crisis moment. You know, I was getting in the shower and I had the full head of hair, but the back was withering. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna look fucking hot as shit if I just shave this thing right now. And then I shaved it.
Yeah.
And also fucked up my beard at the same time. So I also had to shave my beard, and I just had a mustache and a shaved fucking head. And then I realized how bald I actually was, but it's growing back, and eventually it'll grow enough to cover these bald spots. And you know what? We're human beings. We're human beings. We get old, we lose our fucking hair.
Yeah,
right?
You know what?
It's
you
fine.
Start going,
it's
you
okay.
start going bald. It's a sign of massive testosterone. Fucking man. That's what it is. That's what that means.
We get old. We get old. It happens. It's okay. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm gonna get me a nice fucking.
Even though you're like, how much is hair transplants?
Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna
like
get me a nice
$10,000.
I'm gonna get me a nice. If it doesn't grow back, I said what I said was, dude, I said by Halloween my shit will be back. It's only 2 weeks away. I might have been short-sighting that. We'll see what happens, but
yeah, it's fine.
You know, make a comeback. Life happens. Lee the Machine says, "Hey, Chalice, your movie is showing at my theater Halloween night. Go see that shit. Get you a couple Boilermakers. Have them before you go. Sneak in a 6-pack of Miller High Life." And maybe you'll find your own Miss Grumpage there watching the movie alone. And you could say, hey, you sleeping in this movie theater tonight? And she'll say, that's a stupid question. No, she'll say, where do you want to sleep, Dr. Chalice? And you'll say, that's a stupid question, Miss Grumpage. And then you guys will fuck for like 3 nights in a hotel and you won't see your kids. That's how
you should do that.
things.
Or maybe I'll like catch a sexual harassment charge early. It's fine.
Not if it's not if you have a signature. Stu 1VP says, now I think thinking about more unintentionally funny scenes carrying. Go to your closet.
Dude, there's a lot. There's a lot. Honestly, Mike's right. We could literally do a whole video breaking down serious moments in film or in horror films that were like unintentionally funny. Like unintentional funny moments in horror movies. Oh my God. There's so many.
Yeah, dude, that one fits.
Go to your closet. You don't believe in Jesus. What, Mama? Ain't like I love Jesus. Jesus likes the one that gave me these gifts. No, only the devil gave you them gifts. Get in that closet and get the fuck out of my sight.
Jesus, what? The devil.
Yeah.
Huh? Adrian, when do you think we're getting a Scream 7 trailer, dude? At this point, fucking who knows? November, probably. November, looking like November. They promised us it would be October. Looking like fucking November. No one knows, and that's the key. Don't listen to people who tell you they know, because they fucking don't. That's basically where it comes.
No one cares.
No one knows. No, people care, you fucking sick son of a bitch. No one knows. Right, Port. What is a hot movie take you'll die by? Dream Warriors sucks.
That's a terrible idea, and you are gonna
Avatar sucks.
You're gonna. You know what? There's gonna be razor blades in your asshole for the next 5 weeks when you poop.
All right, Dream Warriors sucks is not fair, but Dream Warriors is heavily overrated.
I will say, what is a movie hot take I'll die by? I think that Man of Steel is one of the greatest Superman films ever told. Period.
Thank you.
That's what I'll die by. I'll die by that.
I agree with that. Also, Inception sucks. Avatar sucks.
You don't even watch Avatar, you son of a bitch. You can't.
I can't make it through it. I fall asleep. Me and my
that's your fault.
head.
That's your fault.
Fall asleep every time I try to watch that.
Take a fucking goddamn 5-hour energy drink and watch it.
Joe R says, "What did Loomis say when he saw Lori stripping in True Lies?"
I saw that and I'm like, wow. If she had been a hooker all along, she might have avoided the goddamn hunting. I don't know. I saw it. I'm like, you're a whore. You're a fucking hooker for Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what you are. You're dancing around in your panty and underwear for this goddamn terrorist. And you're saying, ooh la la, look at me. I'm so sexy and hot. Not knowing it's you don't even know that's your husband. So you're a slut. That's what I thought.
Lost Boy Bob says, rewatch the Blumhouse trilogy. Halloween Ends is bad because it's bad. Worst dialogue, awful characters. They make Alice go along with Corey's psycho plan.
Well, yeah, I think that was. I think that Halloween Ends was poor planning. I don't think the script was tight at all. I don't know what the fuck they were going for. It almost felt like there was a lot of emphasis to just kill off the character as quickly as they could, and they want to make Laurie the hero. And yeah, dude, I don't think the actors were bad. I just think the script was terrible. The pacing was awful, and the end result was just a pile of shit because it felt very. I don't know how much Jamie Lee Curtis had input on this, but it felt very much like I gotta have my character go out on top, and that's just the way that it goes. And I
think Jamie Lee Curtis definitely had way too much influence on that film.
Yeah,
way too much influence on that film, and I would agree with that. The dialogue, I don't think the dialogue was even that terrible, other than a couple of moments. It was just they just made the wrong choices, man. They just made it was a good movie. I just felt it was not the movie it was supposed to be.
One of the things I was just checked out was when Corey was basically putting his nipple up to the plexiglass when he saw Michael killing. He's like, "Oh, Billy,
oh,
Billy, I love you. You're my favorite." And then it was like this whole. I was like, "Oh my god, what the?" And then the whole. It was just so corny and cheesy and over the top. I hated it.
Leader Machine Bowers takes us out, says no shaving November. And have y'all seen Halloween Aftermath fan film on here just came out?
That's like you're like the fourth or fifth person.
I mean, dude, all my mentions are full of it.
I swear to God, dude, we should just go raw dog it. Like I'm like, all right, if you all want it, we're gonna raw dog it.
All right, who's willing to stay up with us till about 1:30? We're gonna start the movie right
tonight.
Now. We're gonna watch it right now.
No, not tonight.
No,
not tonight.
I won't fucking do it. I won't fucking do it.
Not tonight. No fucking way.
No,
That's a 2-hour film.
So Lee, we talked about this with people earlier. Again, love that they're doing it. But we've just been in situations in the past where people who make their own fan films get really mad at you for liking other fan films. And also, we're never going to shit on a fan film at all. So for us to talk, if we ever talk about a fan film, it means that we watched it just because we wanted to watch it, not because anybody asked us to, not because we were friends with anybody who made it, but just because we happened to come across it and it happened to be absolutely fucking amazing. Those are the ingredients. I'm not saying we don't review fan films and we won't, but if you see us fucking review a fan film, it's because we decided to watch it. We're blown the fuck away by it, and there are no other things whatsoever. Because with what we do, so many people that do what we do also make those fan films. So it's kind of like the Chris Duckman, Shelby Oaks thing. Like, we're not going to talk about it unless, hey, get your fucking allergies under control, bitch. All right,
cocaine's riding up on me.
Tired of this shit.
I'm allergic to fan films, Lee.
We just will not talk about it unless it is 110,000% authentic, and neither of us have seen it yet. So I'm not saying we won't review it at some point, but it's just a bad spot for us to be in to talk about it. That's all.
We can't be doing that. So
obviously it'll get a ton of views. We can do it right now and get a ton of views, but it just feels wrong to. Yeah, it has to be authentic, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, authentic, but like. You know, it's just that's the truth. Like it feels wrong to give an opinion on something that you can't be honest about. And I don't know if we can be honest about it or not. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I hope people understand that. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Papa Haley says, yo, Mike, there is this video on YouTube. It's called Billy Madison Bust by Sinister Scott. The timestamp is 3:18. I'm laughing my ass off. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. That was so specific, Papa. That was so
Jesus
specific.
Christ, Papa. You wait till we're almost done to fucking reveal that? God damn, dude. You've been sitting on that shit?
So specific, Papa.
I believe you. I believe you too.
Everyone check out what he's talking about. Lee says it's way too long of a fan film, by the way. Motor Surf, my boys.
Motor Surf. Surf Ninjas. Good times.
I don't know. I think we just made up our own thing. When someone says motor surf, you motorboat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Take my hand. Surf Ninjas. Check it out.
Got me rocking.
God damn, my allergies are actually really kicking my ass now.
Over on the Stream Element side, take it or leave it says, I was actually a stripper and prostitute.
No, we read that one.
Did I really read that?
Yeah, we read that one.
Shut your fucking mouth. You shut your fucking mouth.
Well, that's the show, guys.
That's the show. You shut
That's
your
the
fucking mouth.
show.
That's the
Goddamn,
show.
what a fucking night it's been. You guys turned out in force. We like that. We appreciate you guys. Holy shit. We've had about 360, almost at 370 at one point. Amazing stream. Love you guys. Thank you so much for turning out, and the support has been phenomenal.
Can I get some preacher? Can I get some preacher?
Preacher?
Some preacher. You remember what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
And I'll say to this, my Lord, looking at the stars tonight, I didn't think we were going to have the turnout for this evening. But now I will look at it once again and say, the good Lord shine his bright beacon on the stream.
Oh, he did.
Tonight, because we had a massive turnout of folks wanting to get away from the evils of this world and wanting to find a solace with a community. And that's what we've built here, a community of good spirits and good times and good vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to put your hands together for all the donators, all the viewers, and all the people that will watch this later on the replay and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for giving us a time to shine, because without you all, this place would just not be the same. And we appreciate you, and we hope to God you find your way to the pearly gates, because without you, the pearly gates are gonna seem empty. Thank you so much, and appreciate you. Sound like a very bad Ric Flair. Cutting a fucking promo. Hey, Loomis, guess what? I farted.
We farted.
Yeah, and I bet it smells like diseased cheese. I'm not doing it again. I feel like I'm already going to hell now. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. We really appreciate the support. You guys have always turned out. Tonight has been spectacular. Thank you guys so much for the support. Especially thank you guys for the StreamYard support. We really like that. We really appreciate that, because again, we talked about this before. YouTube takes a big fat fucking Jaws type of bite every month out of those super chats. They take 30%. So we really appreciate you guys using StreamYards if you can. So thank you guys so much.
We're going to miss you guys so much. Until next time, you don't even know. I'm going to think about your dicks, about your tits, about your buttholes, about all of it. I'm going to stick my face in it and go.
You're D. Snyder brainstorming a new song.
We love you guys. We'll see you super soon. Good night.
See you guys. Bye.
Thank you.